The following is a production of the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network. It's time for Friday Night Football with your Fairfield Trojans. Now streaming on the Ottumwa Radio YouTube channel. Now, let's head to the field with the voice of your Fairfield Trojans, Lee Muntz.
Good evening from Fort Madison with Trojan Football. I'm the Munster along with my producer and director, and not a cameraman tonight. On site is A.J. Rowe. Anthony, my grandson. I do want to point out it is audio only tonight, so if you're looking for video, you won't find it, unfortunately, with us tonight. But the last two games, we will definitely have audio and video when we host Keokuk and Mount Pleasant. But here tonight, it's the Trojans and the Bloodhounds. One of them will get a second win and also the first district victory for the winner tonight. So we're hoping that's the Fairfield Trojans, of course, coming off of the 77-0 loss against Solon, and then last week the emotional game at Washington after the death of the young man Carson Ryan. And that's going to be talked about a little bit in the pregame with Ellis Kojo, joined by Fairfield High School football coach Matt Jones here in just a few minutes. Let's mention our sponsors for the broadcast, Community First Credit Union, because together is better. Check them out at cfirstcreditunion.com. Fairfield Dental Clinic on West Adams in Fairfield. I believe 2 full-time dentists to serve your dental care needs there at Fairfield Dental Clinic in West Adams. Smithburg Automotive, vehicle maintenance, rental, and vehicle sales. Of course, the sales taking place just east of the West Casey's on Burlington, and that's also where you can rent vehicles. And then the service is done on South 23rd Street, the old Bob's Automotive location. Then they also have Smitty's Auto and Recycling on West Grimes. That's where you can get parts for vehicles, or if you got an old vehicle that you just basically want to get a couple $100 out of, we had a situation with that, and Mike Smithburg and the gang out there gave us a generous amount of money to take the vehicle off our hands. Live Wire Electric and Straight Up Doors there on West Grimes as well, serving Fairfield and the surrounding area. Start your day with Straight Up Doors. And, of course, when you have electrical needs, Live Wire Electric, Rod and Bev Nelson, good people. Southern Iowa Ready Mix of Fairfield. Visit southerniowarm.com. They're solid as a rock. Solid concrete from Southern Iowa Ready Mix. Cranston Family Funeral Home, Fairfield and Keosauqua. They have Monument Sales, Irish Ridge Cremation, CranstonFamilyFuneralHome.com. Jeremy Cranston, of course, out there heading up the business. Jefferson County Health Center, cares you can count on. That's what they do. Jefferson County Health Center, I visited their lab a couple of times in the last week. Giving blood, but one time it was blood work, not giving blood as in donating blood. I should get back in the habit of doing that. I've done it a couple of times in my life, and I should get to doing that again. Lisco, your experts for fiber optic. Call Lisco of Fairfield. Get set up. 641-209-5400. Brandon Taglar, your Beck Seed dealer, serving Southeast Iowa. Check Brandon out on Facebook or give him a call, 641-919-7526. Roto-Rooter, Gateway Drive in Ottumwa, serving Ottumwa, Fairfield, and the surrounding area. 24/7 emergency service, including nights, holidays, and weekends. Fast, friendly, professional service. Roto-Rooter, that's the name. Family First Chiropractic, West 2nd Street in Ottumwa. They have an elevated level of holistic care for the entire family, incorporating multiple chiropractic techniques and physiotherapy, ensuring clients receive the best results as quickly as possible. Packwood Locker and Meats of Packwood. Visit them at packwoodlockerandmeats.com. As they say, you can't beat their meat, and they dare you to try. Beaner Funeral and Crematory, South Main and Fairfield. Scott and Rachel Brown, family business. Of course, I remember the days of Fred Beaner that started it off, and then Arnie did a great job, Arnie Wyrup, and now following that tradition, Scott and Rachel Brown at the Beaner Funeral Home. Finney Auto Body of Fairfield, Larry and Paula Angstead out there, where they take the dents out of accidents for quality auto body repair. Finney Auto Body. Our halftime show will be brought to you by Beaner Funeral Home, and the halftime recap, a service of Leo's Pizza and Grill on Burlington Avenue in Fairfield. They're just west of the corner of 6th and Burlington in Fairfield. That's our sponsors. Thanks to our marketing rep, Margie Gehring, lined up most of those sponsors. I won't say all of them. And also want to thank the owner of Fairfield, or Tumble Radio, Mr. Greg List, has given me the opportunity to kind of come out of retirement on the broadcast gig. The rest of the season, I don't sit around twiddling my thumbs. I do PA announcing for all the volleyball in the fall, when obviously it's mostly Tuesday and Thursdays. Got all the basketball, girls and boys, during the winter months. Mark Myers, the guy who does football PA announcing, handles wrestling. And then in the spring, I do all the track meets and some girls soccer and girls softball in the summer. So I stay busy with my voice, but I certainly enjoy it. Like I told somebody down in the concession stand below us here in the press box, I said, you get paid to talk, you're not really working. And I really enjoy that. Speaking of talking for a living, my grandson AJ, he does Jefferson County News and Sports on 104.3. That's weekdays at 9 a.m., 1, 3, and 5 p.m. Now, this is the same report, just airs 4 times a day, so whatever time frame works the best for you, check that out. About, 2-3 minutes of news and a minute of sports. Again, that's 9 a.m., 1, 3, and 5 p.m. And then he also writes up stories on basically about everything that's on the air, as well as some things that maybe don't get on the air. You can check those out at atumwaradio.com and get the details, like on some of the sports I'll be talking about at halftime, the cross country and volleyball. You can find stories on those at atumwaradio.com. So I wanted to mention that because AJ's working hard to try to get the coverage for that Jefferson County deserves. All right, we're going to take a 3-minute timeout here from some of those great sponsors. And then Ellis Kojo will be joined by Fairfield High School football head coach Matt Jones to talk about this matchup with the Bloodhounds. Back with in 3 minutes with Coach Jones as the pregame continues here on Ottumwa Radio, YouTube, and, of course, Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Pick a card, any card. Right now, at Community First Credit Union, save big when you lock in a low intro rate on select credit cards. Choose between our Flex Rewards, Signature Rewards, or Smart Rate cards, and enjoy a low rate for 12 months on purchases and balance transfers. Plus, each card offers perks like no annual fee and easy-to-use digital banking. Get details and apply at c1stcu.com or at any C First location. Subject to credit approval, federally insured by the NCUA.
Need electrical work done right? Livewire Electric is Southeast Iowa's premier electrical contractor, serving Jefferson County and nearby areas. From home wiring upgrades to all your electrical needs, call Rod at 641-472-4853. Livewire Electric, powering your home safely. Give your house a facelift. Quality garage doors that make a difference. Call 641-209-9948 for your free estimate on a new garage door. Open and close your day with straight-up doors of Fairfield.
Dr. Matt here, looking for complete dental care for your entire family? At Fairfield Dental Clinic in Fairfield, that's exactly what we provide.
Dr. Pat here. We pride ourselves on delivering comprehensive care from routine cleanings to advanced procedures. At Fairfield Dental Clinic, we're committed to creating healthy smiles in a comfortable, caring environment.
We live here, we work here, and we're proud to care for generations of families from Fairfield and the surrounding area. Call today for an appointment. Fairfield Dental Clinic, complete dental care for your entire family, your neighbors, your dentists, your smile.
Shopping for a quality used car? Check out the inventory at Smithburg Automotive's lot at 1503 West Burlington Avenue in Fairfield. Need repairs? They've got you covered at the South 23rd Street location. Call 641-472-2454 or visit smithburgs.com. Need quality used parts? Head to Smitty's Auto Recycling on West Grimes in Fairfield. They've got fresh inventory arriving all the time. Selling parts or have a wrecked vehicle? They buy unwanted cars too. Call 472-4200 or stop by to see what's new in the yard. For those shaping the future of Fairfield, Southern Iowa Ready Mix is your trusted partners. With every pour, they're committed to quality, durability, and the satisfaction of watching your vision take form. From the smallest patio to the largest development, they deliver more than materials, they deliver possibilities. Visit southerniowarm.com and lay the groundwork for structures that stand the test of time. Because at Southern Iowa Ready Mix of Fairfield, they believe in building a legacy one mix at a time.
Planning for 2026, smart farmers know the best yields start with the right choices. At Beck's Hybrids, where farmers are art, helping farmers succeed is what makes up the fabric of our culture. Call Brandon Tegeler, your Beck's seed dealer serving Southeast Iowa. Get your 2026 seed orders in early and secure the varieties that perform best on your land. 641-919-7526. That's 641-919-7526. Beck's Hybrids, growing successful together.
It's the penultimate week of the high school football regular season. Joining us, as he does every Friday morning, and we always appreciate his time, is the head coach of the Fairfield football team, Matt Jones. Matt, it's good to talk to you again. How are you today?
Doing great. I got to go out to watch a little middle school football practice this morning, and the air was crisp and clear. It was awesome.
We are getting to that point where it's fall weather. It may be warm during the day, but once the sun sets, that's football weather. Does that get the heart going?
Well, it certainly does for me. I love it. I love Iowa in the fall, and this is a special time. Harvest going on, and we have a lot of beautiful weather. Yeah, you're right. It was hotter than heck, but tonight I think it's going to be pretty nice. It's going to get down probably in the 60s, 50s and 60s towards the end of the game. So that'll be fun.
Absolutely. Talk to me about last week. I know it was an emotional game that you played at Washington, obviously with the backdrop of the tragic death of one of their students. What was it like playing that game, especially at the very beginning when, of course, they were recognizing the life of Carson King?
Yeah. It was extremely, emotional, even leading up, A lot of our kids knew his family or knew people that knew him, of course. Kids are so intertwined now. And they were having a hard time with it, of course. And, as a parent, as a teacher, coach, you put yourself in those shoes, and it's extremely hard. So it was special at the same time, because at the end of the game, we came together and we had a moment of silence and prayer, and it was a way more than football, and it was just showing and how every day's a gift, and how we were trying to really pray for them and hope for their healing and their ability to come together too. So it was a special time, and I was really proud of our young men. They signed a football for Washington's football team, but also they wrote handwritten letters of cards of sympathy, and just so that was special too. So it was much bigger than football last week.
I misspoke. Carson Ryan was the young man's name. I apologize for that. Once the game started, however, how do you think the game went for you guys, even though you did lose to Washington last week?
Well, to be honest, it was just a really good classic high school football game. I mean, if you were a fan and you were coming to that game, you were pretty entertained because they would score, we would score. They would score, we would score. We always had an answer. Our boys always responded, and we offensively we had a good night. We threw it, we ran. We had two backs go over 100 yards. We did a lot of really good things, and then there were times where our defense really stood up too and got a couple interceptions. So, and we got some decent returns. We got some decent field position. We just couldn't, at the end of the first half, we were tied, and we were going to get the ball coming out of the third quarter. We were down inside the 5, and we just had some peculiar things happen down there. So, we just couldn't come out with 7 there. And but honestly, Ellis, it was a phenomenal game. It really was, and our boys just came up short. And you can't fault the effort. But Ellis, I'm telling you, we went into that game with 11 healthy varsity guys and about 5 swing players who played the JV game before. So they just fought their tails off, and I couldn't be more proud of them.
Being undermanned like that and still being in the game as much as you were, what's that say about your guys?
Their resolve and their resiliency is tremendous. They believe in each other. They want to play for each other. They're a good group of young men. I've every chance I get to talk about their character too. I mean, they're high character, good work ethic. Some pretty good football players there, obviously too, but just tremendous young men that'll be good husbands and fathers. And it's really phenomenal when you think about 3A football going in there with 11 healthy varsity guys and scrapping the way they did. So Then, of course, that means that we had to put in some younger kids who stood up huge, who did a great job. So those kids deserve some recognition as well.
We're joined by Matt Jones. He's the head coach of Fairfield football, and they are taking on Fort Madison coming up later this evening. So talk to me about Fort Madison. They are a young team looking at their roster, and so you're going to Fort Madison to take on the Bloodhounds.
Yes. Some veteran guys on the line, but you're absolutely right, Ellis. The guys who pop on the stats are all basically freshmen and sophomores. And I think they're pretty talented young kids. So that'll be a challenge because I think they're decent, pretty good on the line of scrimmage. So I think they're going to try to run the ball at us. We've seen some film where they get into some two backs and really try to run downhill between the tackles. I think they're going to try to do that, and then they're going to throw the ball to the edge and try to do that as well. So defensively, we've seen them in an odd front and an even front. I think they'll mix that up on us. So. We got to be ready for anything, and honestly, our boys just got to focus on, all right, how hard am I going to play? Am I going to play relentlessly every snap? Am I going to commit to the process here and just get after it every chance I get? I hope that's our mindset going in.
How have you gotten your guys to play so hard over the course of this season, Coach?
Well, it's something that we talk about. Football's a great metaphor for life. You have this one play in front of you, and you got to go as hard as you can on that play. Then you got to refocus, and you got this the next play in front of you. And I think that's really important to try to get them in the sanctity of the moment or the right now. That's really, really important that they do that. And then just really, no matter how good or how bad the last play was, you got to totally refocus on this upcoming play. And it's just a mind thing, but also we've done some things here that we've really tried to, when you only have that many bodies, you really have to be careful in practice. You can be in good body position and you can do, good things in body or with your body position that relate to the football game, but you don't. We're trying not to beat the guys up too much during the, and not be too physical during the week, So they have plenty left in the tank, and they're ready to just go and empty the tank on a Friday night.
I saw that you have Voss Richardson, your quarterback. He returned last week. Talk to me about the overall health of your team going into this Week 7 matchup.
Well, good news is we have some guys back. We're getting some guys back. Like Blake Burnett did not play last week against Washington. So we put in Tucker Robertson, who did a great job, and Corbin Starr, who are both sophomores, did a nice job there. So that left us a little thin at linebacker, too. We had a freshman playing linebacker, Owen Adam, who stepped in there and did a tremendous job. And but overall, I mean, honestly, we are getting healthier. We don't have a lot of backups in certain spots, but we got the old Iron Man. I mean, they're a lot of them playing both ways. Many, majority of them are playing both ways. So they're really, strapping it up and doing the best they can. But yeah, Voss is healthy, and our backs overall are pretty healthy. Of course, they got some nicks and bruises and stuff that any back would get this time of year. Overall, our line is feeling pretty good, but we have had some injuries at tight end. But I'm pretty glad we get Blake Burnett back tonight too. That'll help us because he plays outside linebacker as well on defense.
Coach, I want to wish you safe travels to Fort Madison. Best of luck today on the road against the Bloodhounds, and we appreciate you joining us as always on this Friday. Take care.
All right, thanks so much. Go Trojans.
If you're tired of dropped calls and slow internet, we're here to help. Lisco's the future of fast, reliable communication. Never miss a beat with streaming, gaming, or video calls, whether you're working, playing, or just staying connected. Lisco brings you lightning fast speeds, crystal clear calls, and unbeatable reliability. Switch today and experience the difference. Call me, Samantha, your Lisco sales rep at 641-209-5400. That's 209-5400, or visit us at lisco.com.
This is Jeremy with Cranston Family Funeral Home. I want to take a moment and say thank you, not for choosing our funeral home, although we're deeply honored when you do, but for showing up for your neighbors, for supporting small businesses, for standing in line at visitations and hugging people you maybe haven't seen in years. That is what makes our communities feel like home. At Cranston Family Funeral Home, we don't believe in flashy promises. We believe in showing up quietly, respectfully, and doing the work that matters when it matters most. So from our family to yours, thank you. We see you, we are grateful for you, and we'll be here when you need us.
Pick a card, any card. Right now, at Community First Credit Union, save big when you lock in a low intro rate on select credit cards. Choose between our Flex Rewards, Signature Rewards, or Smart Rate cards, and enjoy a low rate for 12 months on purchases and balance transfers. Plus, each card offers perks like no annual fee and easy-to-use digital banking. Get details and apply at c1stcu.com or at any C First location. Subject to credit approval, federally insured by the NCUA.
We care. At Jefferson County Health Center, it's the little things that make a big difference. We believe every patient deserves to feel safe and comforted, no matter what brings them here. We strive to turn fear into comfort. We are committed to ensuring every patient feels informed, supported, and truly cared for.
Jefferson County Health Center, care you can count on. It's what we do.
Dr. Matt here, looking for complete dental care for your entire family? At Fairfield Dental Clinic in Fairfield, that's exactly what we provide.
Dr. Pat here. We pride ourselves on delivering comprehensive care from routine cleanings to advanced procedures. At Fairfield Dental Clinic, we're committed to creating healthy smiles in a comfortable, caring environment.
We live here, we work here, and we're proud to care for generations of families from Fairfield and the surrounding area. Call today for an appointment. Fairfield Dental Clinic, complete dental care for your entire family, your neighbors, your dentists, your smile.
This is Miss Bonnie at Packwood Locker and Meats of Packwood. Packwood Locker and Meats brings farm fresh to your table. Beefy with boldness, porky with perfection, fresh off the farm and into your kitchen. We know how to make every meal a masterpiece. Trust the quality and savor the taste, because at Packwood Locker and Meats, fresh isn't just a promise, it's a guarantee. Now open for retail and pickup 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Fridays and Saturdays. Visit PackwoodLockerandMeats.com for more information. Trust me, you can't beat Peyton's Meat, and we dare you to try.
You're watching Fairfield Trojan football on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
Back here at Richmond Stadium, I think I said Schaefer Stadium earlier. I believe at one time that was what it was called, but Richmond is now, and I want to say it was a Ewell Field, but I'm not positive on that. Let me see if I can spot it in my binoculars. Might be over there on the front of the press box. And it's actually the Corey Glasgow Memorial press box, kind of like the Fairfield press box named in honor of Bill Strawhacker, a longtime, member of my broadcast team. When I started back in August of 1989 at Fairfield Radio, Bill did a lot of color commentary for many years. Unfortunately, we lost him several years ago after a battle with cancer. So I think of Bill Strawhacker when I do Fairfield High School sports, and memory that I cherish those memories, especially the trips together, a lot of road trips, a lot of miles covering Trojan sports. They did the coin toss moments ago. Our Fairfield High School football captains, Voss Richardson, Nolan Smith, Spencer McCready, and Zandrick Allison. Fort Madison actually won the toss but deferred, so Fairfield will be receiving the kickoff to start the game. Our officials for tonight are out of the Cedar Rapids area. The referee, Russ Omar, the umpire, Kevin Klosterman, the head linesman, Jamal Peoples, the line judge, Seth Leonard, and the back judge, Ryan Swales. I asked them for their phone numbers, and they declined. So it was funny because I went out before they were ready to start the half of fresh soft football, and the referee was heading down toward the goal line as I was basically behind the end line, so I went out into the end zone. I said, hey, give me your white cap. I'll let you go up and broadcast. And he says, no, thanks. He said, but is there anything I could do for you? I said, yeah, if you got your names, I'll pass them along. And I said, and your phone numbers, of course. And he and the other official that was back there with them both laughed. I said, no. I said, I don't blame you. I wouldn't either. So anyway, but thanks to officials that are willing to do that. My neighbor is one of them, Pat McAvan. I didn't ask him where he was going to be tonight, but those officials, whether you agree or disagree with the calls, there's not a lot of people lining up that want those jobs. So do just kind of respect their decisions, respect their decisions. Obviously, there are going to be times where you feel like the call didn't go the way you saw it, but you're not the one being paid to make those calls. And if you want to do that, want to be the person with the whistle, they'll gladly sign you up for officiating jobs. All right, so let's mention the Bloodhound stat leaders. I mentioned they had won a game. They actually have not. We were talking on the way down about Knoxville, and Knoxville defeated Sadell, and for some reason I got in my mind that Fort Madison had defeated Sadell, but that was not the case. So they opened up the season, dropped the game with Burlington 62-19, lost to West Burlington Notre Dame 32-13. That was their home opener. Then were defeated in a close game by Central Lee 14-7. Lost to Mount Vernon, which is an outstanding team, 56-0. Fell to Keokuk in their district opener 55-27. And last week lost the homecoming game to Mount Pleasant 61-0. Fairfield, of course, also winless in the district, having dropped games to Solon and Washington, but do have the non-district victory over the Knoxville Panthers. As far as the leading passer for the Bloodhounds, Stephen Burlett, a sophomore. He has completed 57 of 125, 414 yards with 3 touchdowns. Also has 4 rushing touchdowns. Moses Thatcher is their leading running back as far as rushing total, 306 yards on 93 carries. Also has 5 touchdowns with also 54 receptions. So he's an outstanding two-way player for the Bloodhounds. Owen Huffman, a sophomore, 145 receiving yards on 12 catches. Let's see, one of those a touchdown. And Aurelio Yasunde, a freshman, has 24.5 tackles to lead their defense and has 2 interceptions for the Bloodhounds. So I mentioned Burlett, 57 of 125. That's 46%. 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 7.3 yards per catch with that 414 total. Again, the rushing leader, Thatcher, 306 yards, 93 carries. That's an average of 3.3 with 5 of their 7 rushing touchdowns. The other 2 from Eric Cornelis, a senior, who has 43 carries, 216 yards. And they have the quarterback, Burlett, with 11 carries, just 4 yards. So obviously he's not as so much a dual threat quarterback as many of the ones Fairfield has faced this season. Receiving leader with 14 catches is Connor Horn, but only 38 yards as far as yardage in receiving. Owen Huffman, 145 on 12 catches. He has that 1 touchdown, a 34-yard completion from Stephen Burlett. They also have a touchdown reception from Brody Ulick, a sophomore, and also another one from Connor Horn. That was an 8-yard hookup for Horn. So those are the statistical leaders for the Bloodhounds. Checking out the Fairfield scores on the season. Of course, dropped that opener at Van Horn against Benton, 29-12. Fell in a tough game with Centerville, 44-38. Lost another close one to Mediapolis, 42-34. Then the win over Knoxville, 55-16. Very similar to last year's score with the Bloodhounds. Fairfield winning 55-15. So a 40-point decision. That, of course, was in Fairfield last season. Then they dropped the district opener with Solon, 77-0. And last week fell at Washington on the Demons' homecoming and the very emotional night honoring Carson Ryan, the fallen Washington Demon football player, just an all-around outstanding young man, a Christian young man, and it was just tragic situation with, of course, the hunting accident that claimed his life the Saturday before last Friday's football game. And as I said at the beginning of the broadcast last week, if I wasn't from Fairfield doing the game for the Trojans, I certainly would have been rooting for the Demons in that situation with everything they had going on. And they honored Carson as the homecoming king, along with the Queen Iris Stahl during homecoming last week at Washington. So Fairfield, after tonight, has the home games with Keokuk and Mount Pleasant to round out the 2025 football season. I was telling AJ, certainly if you win those 3 remaining games, there's probably a possibility that Fairfield could make the playoffs, because Keokuk and Mount Pleasant, along with Washington, would be the teams that are contending for that runner-up spot behind Solon in this Class 3A district. So why don't we go ahead and take a 2-minute timeout, and we'll continue with the pregame show of Trojan football here against the Bloodhounds in Fort Madison. Back to Richmond Stadium in 2 minutes on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
Need electrical work done right? Livewire Electric is Southeast Iowa's premier electrical contractor, serving Jefferson County and nearby areas. From home wiring upgrades to all your electrical needs, call Rod at 641-472-4853. Livewire Electric, powering your home safely. Give your house a facelift. Quality garage doors that make a difference. Call 641-209-9948 for your free estimate on a new garage door. Open and close your day with straight-up doors of Fairfield.
For those shaping the future of Fairfield, Southern Iowa Ready Mix is your trusted partners. With every pour, they're committed to quality, durability, and the satisfaction of watching your vision take form. From the smallest patio to the largest development, they deliver more than materials, they deliver possibilities. Visit SouthernIowaRM.com and lay the groundwork for structures that stand the test of time. Because at Southern Iowa Ready Mix of Fairfield, they believe in building a legacy one mix at a time. Shopping for a quality used car? Check out the inventory at Smithburg Automotive's lot at 1503 West Burlington Avenue in Fairfield. Need repairs? They've got you covered at the South 23rd Street location. Call 641-472-2454 or visit smithburgs.com. Need quality used parts? Head to Smitty's Auto Recycling on West Grimes in Fairfield. They've got fresh inventory arriving all the time. Selling parts or have a wrecked vehicle? They buy unwanted cars too. Call 472-4200 or stop by to see what's new in the yard.
Planning for 2026? Smart farmers know the best yields start with the right choices. At Beck's Hybrids, where farmers are art, helping farmers succeed is what makes up the fabric of our culture. Call Brandon Tegeler, your Beck's seed dealer serving Southeast Iowa. Get your 2026 seed orders in early and secure the varieties that perform best on your land. 641-919-7526. That's 641-919-7526. Beck's Hybrids, growing successful together.
You're watching Fairfield Trojan football on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
Back here at Fort Madison as we prepare for Trojans and Bloodhounds on a Friday night. I mentioned the Penn City earlier, and that was more to do with Schaefer Pen, the pens that were produced here for many years in Fort Madison, not to do with the state penitentiary, which obviously it could be called the state pen. In fact, I served a little time in the old penitentiary. I spent a little time in the old penitentiary, the one right on the riverbanks after you cross the bridge from basically, let's see, I don't think it's Nauvoo, Illinois, on the other side of Fort Madison, but Dallas City, whatever's across from Fort Madison, there's the river bridge, and it's also used to be the I think it might, it's still the Santa Fe Railroad Bridge, now, of course, BNSF. But anyway, the old penitentiary sitting there at the bottom of the hill. They opened it up for tours several years ago, and I went through it and spent a little time in some cells and got to see the gymnasium. And it was just an old, very, very much a rock structure. And the new penitentiary is located out north of the city. And I've not been to that one. They've kept me out of that one so far, and my plan is to keep it that way. So just a little bit there. So Fairfield, as far as stat leaders on the season, Voss Richardson, 18 of 41 passing, almost 44%, 287 yards, an average of almost 16 per catch, 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, both came last week at Washington. Leading rusher on the season is Ethan Bisgard, 593 yards on 63 carries. Robert, his grandpa, I know, is tuned in this evening. Dan told me to give a shout-out to Robert, his dad. 9.4 yards per catch, 8 touchdowns, including an 80-yard play. Then you got Zandrick, or 80-yard run, I should say, so not a pass. So it was Ethan Bisgard with that long touchdown run. Then you got Zandrick Allison, 75 carries, 539 yards, 7.2 per rush, 4 touchdowns, the longest being 55 yards. You also got 188 yards from Voss Richardson on 43 carries, average of 4.4 with a couple of touchdowns. Brady Weigel, 92 yards on 33 carries, and that's an average of 2.8 with 2 touchdowns. 56 yards from Tucker Robertson on 11 carries, and those are the leading rushers for the Trojans. As far as the top receivers Obviously, it's Ethan Bisgard with over half of the 19 catches, 126 yards at 12.6 average. Blake Burnett, good to have him back in the mix tonight. 59 yards on 2 catches, including a touchdown. Zandrick Allison has 5 receptions, 77 yards, 15.4 per catch with 3 touchdowns. Brady Weigel and Tucker Robertson each with a catch. Fort Madison has the ball teed up. We are ready to go from Richmond Stadium in Fort Madison. Fairfield Trojans and the Fort Madison Bloodhounds as we get set to kick it off. Fairfield on the west side of the field. This field running east-west. We're on the north side in the press box. They also have a press box on the south side. Foot is to the ball, and it's going to go down. I think it's going to go out of bounds. Yep, Ethan Bisgard says we'll let that go over the sideline, and Fairfield will get the ball to start the game at around the 30 or 35. I forget which place it will go to start the first possession of the night. And it looks like the 35 where the Trojans will put it in play. No time ran off the clock, so we are right at the 12-minute mark. Cheerleaders are down below me, making some noise for the Trojan fans. Good following down here tonight. Fresh soft game went to the Trojans, 28-0. Voss Richardson in behind Christian Rasmussen in the center, and we're ready for the first play of the game. Hand off to Zandrick Allison. He goes into the secondary and takes a Bloodhound for a ride and gets a first down on the first carry of the night. That's what you like to see. Establish that running attack. The offensive line, Axel Starr, Nolan Smith are the tackles. Guards, Hank Konzel, Calvin McLean, center, Christian Rasmussen. Good to see Blake Burnett at a tight end along with Aaron Countryman. Burnett is number 20. Countryman is number 2. The 3 backs behind Voss Richardson. In the middle, Ethan Bisgard, then flanked by Zandrick Allison and Brady Weigel. The carry is by Ethan on the dive straight ahead. Gets to midfield for a gain of about 2 on that play. 11:15 on the clock as we're underway in the first quarter. Trojans facing a 2nd and 8 from midfield. So almost in plus territory on the opening drive here. Voss comes over to Matt Jones to get the play. Takes it back to the huddle with him. Play clock at 15 seconds right now. Christian Rasmussen up to the ball. Right behind Voss Richardson under center as always. Hands it off. Nope, keeping it. Voss on the outside. He is around the corner, running on the south side of the field. He's going to take it inside the 30-yard line. Might have gotten in the red zone. Yeah, I think he got inside the 20. So a great run by Voss Richardson. That was from the 50-yard line, and they're spotted at the Fort Madison, looks like maybe 17. No, 13. So a 37-yard run by Voss Richardson. So Fairfield hits the red zone on the opening possession of the ball game. 1st and 10 from the 13. AJ has no view of the scoreboard, so he's relying on me to keep track of the clock a little bit more. Here's Zandrick Allison on the carry straight ahead. He's into the end zone, I believe. Nope, got real close. I guess I was looking at it was the 5-yard line, not the goal line, so it will be 2nd and short. 2nd and 1. Well, they said 1st and goal. So he did get it inside the 5, and 1st and goal, Trojans. Good opening drive to start the ball game. 10:05, counting down in the first quarter. Ambulance is backing up over there with its lights on. That'd be distracting for Voss. He's got to look over toward that. Voss hands off. Nope, keeping it. Pass to the right. And it is caught for a touchdown. Blake Burnett. Welcome back, Blake. 3-yard touchdown pass. 9:48 left in the first quarter. Trojans take the opening possession right down the field. Set up by Voss Richardson's 37-yard run. And on to go for 2 points, it looks like, as they keep the offense on the field. Kind of went away from the kicking PATs with Zandrick Allison. So they go regular formation, the 3-back alignment. Handoff straight ahead, and I believe got it. Waiting for the officials to signal. And it is 2 points. I believe it was Ethan Bisgard on the 2-point run. So we'll take a minute timeout. Fairfield will be kicking off with 9:48 left in the first quarter, leading 8-0 as you listen to Trojan football on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
At Family First Chiropractic, it is our goal to get you and your family as healthy as possible and keep you healthy for the rest of your life. We deliver an elevated level of care for the entire family. We approach healthcare from a holistic view, incorporating multiple chiropractic techniques and physical therapy to ensure that our patients achieve the best results as fast as possible. We believe you deserve the best. A little preventative care now will eliminate pain management in later years. We want our kids to grow and live an active, healthy lifestyle. Get your family checked at Family First Chiropractic.
If you're tired of dropped calls and slow internet, we're here to help. Lisco's the future of fast, reliable communication. Never miss a beat with streaming, gaming, or video calls, whether you're working, playing, or just staying connected. Lisco brings you lightning fast speeds, crystal clear calls, and unbeatable reliability. Switch today and experience the difference. Call me, Samantha, your Lisco sales rep at 641-209-5400. That's 209-5400, or visit us at lisco.com.
Kicking off for the Trojans, Caden Hazelwood. They give Zandrick Allison a break on that as well. 8-0 Trojans took the opening kickoff. 65 yards and just over 2 minutes. From 12 minutes to 9:48, the touchdown, a 3-yard pass from Boss Richardson to Blake Burnett. Hazelwood ready to kick it off with the right foot, squibs it toward the left. Picked up by one of the Bloodhound upmen. He crosses the 35, spins him around and taken to the ground. Nice tackle there by the Trojans. And I'm trying to find my roster here for the Trojans. I got a roster up here on the side, but it doesn't list all the way down the numbers. So first down, Bloodhounds. 9:43 at their own 37. Handoff straight ahead. Got to be a few yards out of that play. Ball carrier was number 11, Moses Thatcher. They do line up in the shotgun. So second down, and they'll call it 5. So he got 5 yards, a good gain on that first play by the Bloodhounds. That Trojan kickoff tackle was by 65, Caden Hewell. All right, the quarterback, Stephen Burlett in shotgun, hands it off. Second man through, and the Trojans gang tackle him. Zandrick Allison, Brady Weigel. It was Thatcher again on the carry. Ethan Bisgard, Nolan Smith. You can tell. A lot of white shirts on the scene. Fairfield, their road white uniforms, black numbers, orange trim. The black helmets have the uniform number on one side and the, I believe, letter F on the other. Chase Countryman comes out as a sub in on the defensive side. Blake Burnett, like I said, having him back on offense as well as a linebacker on defense. That's great to see. Third and about 3.5. Quarterback rolling left, Stephen Burlett. Pass is incomplete. Nice defensive play by the Trojans. Number 2, Chase Countryman. No, check that. Ethan Bisgard. Ethan broke it up. It was 3, not 2, so Bloodhounds will be in punt formation. Connor Horn, the punter. Ethan Bisgard and Zandrick Allison go back deep to receive. There's a false start by one of the Bloodhound linemen. That'll back him up 5, so even if they got the Trojans to come across the line early, they'll be far enough it won't be a first down this way. So it'll be 4th and 9 for the Bloodhounds. Horn ready for the snap. The Trojan deep man is Ethan Bisgard. The punt is away. It's going to be a short one. Hits a Bloodhound player. That's a free ball. Pick it up, guys. There's no penalty once it hits a member of the kicking team. Even if we would fumble the ball afterwards, Ethan Bisgard, very smart. He ran up and picked up the ball. And with 8:12 to go in the first quarter, Trojans get their second possession. Yeah, it's one of those things. If it hits a member of the kicking team before the receiving team, then it's a free ball. And like I say, you can pick it up. And even if you fumble it, Fairfield would keep the ball. Pretty sure about that. I'll have to ask Pat McAvan, my neighborhood ref. Trojans from their own 44-yard line, so again, good field position. Voss hands it off, second man through. He's out to the left side here. It's Brady Weigel. Brady cuts back, still on his feet. He's inside the 30 to about the 24-yard line. For the Trojans, they go from their own 44 and right away are in plus territory. Down to the 24, so 26 and 6, 32-yard run by Brady Weigel. First down, Trojans. That one goes to the 24-yard line, 1st and 10. Under 8 minutes left in the first quarter. Voss ready for the snap. Hands to Zandrick Allison. Zandrick straight up the middle. He's going to go to the end zone. A house call for Zandrick Allison. 24-yard touchdown. Trojans on top. 14-0 with 7:37 left in the first quarter. 2 plays, 56 yards. And it will be Trojans again going for the 2-point conversion here. Trying to make it a 16-0 game. Not even halfway through the first quarter. Christian Rasmussen up to the football. Boss Richardson right behind. Toss to Zandrick. Trying to bounce outside. I think stop short. Yep. No 2-point conversion, but Trojans up 14-0 and kicking off in a matter of a minute as we take a break on the Atomo Radio Group YouTube channel.
Sometimes accidents happen, and when they do, trust Finney Auto Body, Southeast Iowa's collision center specialists for over 40 years. We fix your vehicle the right way. We handle everything from minor fender benders to major repairs. Quality workmanship you can trust because we stand behind our work with a lifetime warranty. Don't let unexpected damage from an accident ruin your travel plans. Get right back on the road like it never happened at Finney Auto Body in Fairfield. Expert collision repair when you need it most. Visit us at FinneyAutoBody.com. And here at Finney Auto Body, we support the Fairfield Trojans.
This is Jeremy with Cranston Family Funeral Home. I want to take a moment and say thank you, not for choosing our funeral home, although we're deeply honored when you do, but for showing up for your neighbors, for supporting small businesses, for standing in line at visitations and hugging people you maybe haven't seen in years. That is what makes our communities feel like home. At Cranston Family Funeral Home, we don't believe in flashy promises. We believe in showing up quietly, respectfully, and doing the work that matters when it matters most. So from our family to yours, thank you. We see you, we are grateful for you, and we'll be here when you need us.
Hazelwood ready to kick it off for the Trojans with a 14-0 lead. That's Caden Hazelwood, a junior, 5'8", 140-pounder. Again, coming on as the kickoff man last couple of weeks, giving Zandrick Allison a little bit of time off. Hazelwood's foot goes to the ball, and this one a little bit deeper this time, picked up by a Bloodhound inside the 20, and it's going to pin him back. On that return was number 1, Aurelio Yasunde. So the Bloodhounds will have it with 7.5 minutes left in the first quarter. Fairfield would love another stop here. Bloodhounds on their own 28-yard line. Again, the quarterback, Stephen Burlett, in the shotgun. Two backs, one on either side. Nothing there for Thatcher, just a lot of Trojans. Ethan Bisgard leading the charge, also number 57. Don't have a 57 on my program here. Believe that. Nah, I don't think it's Axel Starr. He's either 22 or 60. So I'll have to find out who 57 is for the Trojans. I'll do that. It could be Axel, because I don't see 60 out there. I'm going to go with Axel, wearing a different number tonight. Burlett gets the snap, rolling to his right. Going to tuck it and run, and not much there. Escorted out of bounds by Zandrick Allison and Calvin McLean. Going to bring up a third down, and going to be about 7, I'll call it. Bloodhounds on their own 32-yard line. They've got 27 on the scoreboard, but that's not correct. They're actually at 31, yeah. 3rd and 7 from the 31. Burlett in the shotgun. Thatcher to his left. Another back to his right. Drops back, rolling to his right. Gonna again tuck it and driven out of bounds. Blake Burnett also on the play. Tucker Robertson, good job not allowing him to get outside of the containment of being up a 4th and 5 with 6:34 left in the first quarter. I'll actually call it 4th and 6. So punting situation for Horn. The other Bloodhound running back there was number 22. That's Eric Cornelis. Ethan Bisgard back deep to receive. Punt is going to the right. Trojans get away from the ball. They'll have it at their own 40-yard line with 6:26 left here in the first quarter. Third possession, let's go for 3 touchdowns. Fort Madison yet to get a first down in the game. So good job defense. Trojans from their own 40-yard line. Yeah, 57 is definitely Axel Starr. It's the left tackle. So got that figured out. Voss gets the snap, hands it to Zandrick Allison. Zandrick makes a few people miss, gets across the 45-yard line. Fairfield on their own side of the 50. 6:15 and counting down in this first quarter, almost halfway through it. Trojans already with 14 points, a couple of touchdowns, a 2-point conversion. The other 2-point run was stopped short. Offensive line again. Nolan Smith, Axel Starr, the tackles. Hank Konzel, Calvin McLean, the guards. Center, Christian Rasmussen. Tight ends are also part of that blocking scheme with Aaron, Chase Countryman. I almost said Aaron. And then on the other side, Blake Burnett. Voss turns, hands it straight ahead with Tucker Robertson. He had a big hole across the 40-yard line of the Bloodhounds. So took it from the Fairfield 46 all the way to the Bloodhound 39. 15-yard run by Tucker Robertson on his first carry in the backfield. They're obviously trying to rotate people in to keep the guys as fresh as possible. Several Trojans have the Guardian cap on their helmet. See that on the sideline. Saw 3 at least in the fresh soft game, which Fairfield won that half of football, 28-0. Voss turns, hands it off to Ethan Bisgard. Ethan trying to bounce it outside left. Stiffs arms it back. He's into the secondary, headed toward the south end or the east end zone for another touchdown, Trojans. Robert Bowers, his grandson. There's that great-grandson. It's 4:54 left in the first quarter. Trojans score on the 39-yard touchdown run from Ethan Bisgard. Yeah, that's Dan's grandson to be Robert's great-grandson. I'll get it right, Bob. So a third touchdown, and again, looking to get 2 points. Fairfield 3 of 3 on possessions tonight. Here's the pass. It is incomplete. So no 2-point conversion. Trojans settle for 20 points, and we'll kick it off in a minute on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
Pick a card, any card. Right now, at Community First Credit Union, save big when you lock in a low intro rate on select credit cards. Choose between our Flex Rewards, Signature Rewards, or Smart Rate cards, and enjoy a low rate for 12 months on purchases and balance transfers. Plus, each card offers perks like no annual fee and easy-to-use digital banking. Get details and apply at c1stcu.com or at any C First location. Subject to credit approval, federally insured by the NCUA.
Need electrical work done right? Livewire Electric is Southeast Iowa's premier electrical contractor, serving Jefferson County and nearby areas. From home wiring upgrades to all your electrical needs, call Rod at 641-472-4853. Livewire Electric, powering your home safely. Give your house a facelift. Quality garage doors that make a difference. Call 641-209-9948 for your free estimate on a new garage door. Open and close your day with straight-up doors of Fairfield.
Back with another Trojan kickoff. We'd like to say that in the early part of this football game. Fairfield 20, Fort Madison nothing. Just over halfway through the first quarter. Caden Hazelwood again tees up the ball. Let's see how far he can kick it off. Whether the Trojans might try to squib it. Hazelwood approaches it, puts the right foot to it, kicking it to his left. Picked up by Horn. Cuts into the middle of the field, and he's taken, nope, he spins away from a tackle. Finally is taken down. Peters, actually, number 0 for the Bloodhounds. Didn't have a 0 listed on the program, so. But that was the man on the return. 4:47 left in the first quarter. First down, Bloodhounds. Their own 29-yard line. And the quarterback, Burlett, from the shotgun for the Bloodhounds. Cornelis and Thatcher on either side of him. Hands it off to Thatcher, trying to go up the middle. Wrapped up by, I believe, Tucker Robertson. Yes, sir. He and Nolan Smith, Ethan Bisgard. Gang tackle the Bloodhound ball carrier. Gets about 4 yards on the play. 2nd and 6. For some reason, the clock has stopped. Not sure why. That was a running play, and I have no. Yeah, they finally started it again, so that's all right. Snap to Burlett. Thatcher on the carry. Wrapped up by Calvin McLean, who wrestled him to the ground, and Chase Countryman was also in the vicinity, along with Voss Richardson. It will bring up a third and they might actually take a look on, bring out the sticks for a measurement, because they've got the down marker pretty close to the stick they need to get to for the first Bloodhound first down of the game. So we have an official's timeout for a measurement. We could do a 30-second if we wanted to. 4:14 left in the first quarter. Kind of a bonus timeout here. We'll just keep it here. So it won't take them long to get the chains out there on the field. All of the ball is on the far hash mark. Now let's do a 30-second break. We'll be back with Trojan football from Fort Madison on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
Shopping for a quality used car? Check out the inventory at Smithburg Automotive's lot at 1503 West Burlington Avenue in Fairfield. Need repairs? They've got you covered at the South 23rd Street location. Call 641-472-2454 or visit smithburgs.com. Need quality used parts? Head to Smitty's Auto Recycling on West Grimes in Fairfield. They've got fresh inventory arriving all the time. Selling parts or have a wrecked vehicle? They buy unwanted cars too. Call 472-4200 or stop by to see what's new in the yard. You're watching Fairfield Trojan football on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
Third and inches for the Bloodhounds. Just gave a shout out to Faith Jones and Mallory Weigel, a couple of members of the Fairfield High School volleyball team down here supporting the Trojan football team. It is short of the first down, third and inches for the Bloodhounds. Buzz City and the Hornets. What's Buzz City? Charlotte? Okay. Those are wearing NBA jerseys, those two young ladies. All right, Burlett ready for the snap. Again, they snap it in shotgun, even though it's third and inches. Handoff straight ahead. Thatcher will get the first down. The initial Bloodhound first down of the night. Christian Rasmussen stood him up, but he had gotten across the line of scrimmage. First down, Bloodhounds on their own 41-yard line. 4 minutes and counting down in the first quarter. Trojans 20, Bloodhounds 0. Good start by the offense and defense. First two times Bloodhounds had the ball, they were 3 and out. Fairfield has scored on all three of their possessions. Of course, received the opening kickoff. Went 65 yards in short time. Burlett rolling to his right. He's got a tuck and run. He's got some running. He slides just short of midfield. So no tackle on that play. He'll get about 6-7 yards, so one of the more effective runs of the night. Coming into the game, Burlett was not their primary ball carrier. He had less yardage than carries, like 4 yards on 11 or 12 carries, but they're looking to run him a little bit more in this game. Receiver on each side of the formation, now actually 3 on the left side in a bunch, or 3 on the right side, 1 on the left. Just one running back. It's Thatcher, and call a false start on the Bloodhounds. Second penalty of the game. Both have been against Fort Madison, I believe, each a false start. So instead of being 2nd and 4, it's going to put them at 2nd and 9. That helps the Trojan defense. 2:33 and counting down, first quarter. Here from Richmond Stadium in Fort Madison. Again from the shotgun, Stephen Burlett, the quarterback for the Bloodhounds. Only running back Thatcher to his right. 3 receivers on the right of the formation, the short side of the field. Handed off to Thatcher, kind of a semi-draw. Didn't fool the Trojans, though. Christian Rasmussen right there to stop him. Linebacker Zandrick Allison, Ethan Bisgard came up to help finish him off. This will set up a 3rd and 7 for the Bloodhounds. They call it 3rd and 8 on the scoreboard. I'll call it a short 8. Now the 3 receivers are on the left side of the formation. Now they shift where they're going to come back over to the right. Generally, they've had Burlett roll to the right as a right-handed quarterback. That's logical. And we'll see what they do on 3rd and 8. Good snap. Burlett rolling to his right. Pass is caught. Check that. Number 6, Jackson Hollander on the tackle. Pass complete to Jordan Thompson. It's going to be just short of the first down. I think this is 4th down, isn't it? Nope. Well, the referee comes in and says first down, but I don't know. Well, they've said move the chains, so it is first down Bloodhounds. They crossed the 50 for the first time tonight at the Fairfield 49. Matt Jones might have been saying, are you sure? The official from the side indicated it was going to be third down, but the referee, the man with the white hat, he basically has final authority on those calls. Quarterback Burlett ready for the snap, gets it, fumble, and Burlett dives on it, and Christian Rasmussen dives on him. That'll lose back to the Fort Madison 49-yard line. They lose 2 on first down. It'll be 2nd and 12. Young quarterback for the Bloodhounds, Burlett. Stefan is a 6 foot, 150-pound sophomore. Huffman is a sophomore. Thatcher is a sophomore, their main running back. So you can tell they're playing a lot of youth at the varsity level. Burlett gets the snap, hands to Thatcher. Christian Rasmussen. I'll tell you what, Thatcher did a good job of keeping those legs moving and carried Christian for a little bit of a gain after being hit right at the line of scrimmage. It's still going to set up a 3rd and long. Call it 3rd and 9, give him 3 yards on the carry, but could have been stopped for no gain. Christian generally doesn't give yardage after contact. That's the end of the first quarter. Trojans 20, Bloodhounds 0. Back with the second quarter in a minute as you're listening tonight. No video presentation of Fairfield High School football from Fort Madison on the Atomo Radio YouTube channel.
Dr. Matt here, looking for complete dental care for your entire family? At Fairfield Dental Clinic in Fairfield, that's exactly what we provide.
Dr. Pat here. We pride ourselves on delivering comprehensive care from routine cleanings to advanced procedures. At Fairfield Dental Clinic, we're committed to creating healthy smiles in a comfortable, caring environment.
We live here, we work here, and we're proud to care for generations of families from Fairfield and the surrounding area. Call today for an appointment. Fairfield Dental Clinic, complete dental care for your entire family, your neighbors, your dentists, your smile.
For those shaping the future of Fairfield, Southern Iowa Ready Mix is your trusted partners. With every pour, they're committed to quality, durability, and the satisfaction of watching your vision take form. From the smallest patio to the largest development, they deliver more than materials, they deliver possibilities. Visit SouthernIowaRM.com and lay the groundwork for structures that stand the test of time. Because at Southern Iowa Ready Mix of Fairfield, they believe in building a legacy one mix at a time.
Back here for the start of the second quarter. Fort Madison with a 3rd and 9 on the Fairfield 48-yard line. Trojans looking to make the Bloodhounds punt for a 3rd time. They do have a couple of first downs on this possession. Burlett in the shotgun. Draws Fairfield offsides. Calvin McLean jumped the gun a little bit there. First Fairfield penalty that I know of tonight. That'll set up a 3rd and 4. I'll see if they try to do it again and get a free first down out of it. Burlett, like Voss Richardson, goes over toward the sideline to get the play from the coaches. Fairfield linebackers, Blake Burnett back in the mix. Tucker Robertson, Zandrick Allison, Ethan Bisgard. Burlett in the shotgun. Peters comes out and joins a receiver on the left. There's 2 on each side of the formation for the Bloodhounds. Hand off to Thatcher. Zandrick Allison trips him up. It's going to be short of the first down. Got it to the Fairfield 40-yard line. They needed to get to the 39. 4th and 1, first 4th down for either team in this game in a what you would call go-for-it situation. Already down 20 points. The Bloodhounds keep the offense out there. Might see Burlett try to go with a hard count to draw the Trojans off sides. And that's exactly what he's trying to do. Well, it looked like the right tackle moved. All right, apparently they were doing some shifting there. Snap to Burlett. Blitz is coming, and on the tackle is Blake Burnett. Got the quarterback, sacked him at about the 50-yard line. Trojan defense comes through with a big play. And with 11:09 left in the second quarter, Trojans will take over at midfield. Blake Burnett, great job. A sack that lost 10 yards. That's the best defensive play of the night. So Fairfield right at the 50-yard line. In plus territory to start a drive. That's what you like to see. Voss tossing to Brady Weigel, trying to get him outside to the left. Spins close to the 40-yard line, might spot him a yard short of the first down. So far, that offensive line doing an outstanding job. Again, the tackles. Axel Starr, Nolan Smith, the guards, Hank Konzel, Calvin McLean, the center, Christian Rasmussen, and helping out with that blocking, tight ends Chase Countryman and Blake Burnett. So here we go on second and short. No, that is first down. They gave him 10. Handoff faked. Here's the pass by Voss. Got Blake Burnett inside the 20. So hitting the red zone. Voss Richardson pass to Blake Burnett. That worked for a touchdown in the first quarter. Works for a big play here. So that was from the 40-yard line down to the 15. 25-yard pass. Voss to Blake. Combination is great. How awesome is it to have Blake Burnett back in there? First down from the Bloodhound 15-yard line. Voss in behind Christian Rasmussen. Keeping it. Tucked it on his hip. Throws it out in the right to Ethan Bisgard. He stepped out of bounds. Be a short gain on the play. If Ethan could have kept his foot off that sideline, I think he might have been able to take it into the west end zone. Trojans heading to the west in this second quarter. As I mentioned before, here at Richmond Stadium, the primary press box is actually on the north side. The Fort Madison coaches are up on the roof. Fairfield coaches are in the booth to our right. The booth to our left is actually empty. Concession stand on the bottom floor. Voss ready for the snap on second down. He dropped it, and Fort Madison might have come up with their first big play of the night. Yep, Bloodhounds get a takeaway. 9:23 left in the first half. First Trojan slip up of the night. So Fort Madison will have it. It will be deep in their own territory from their own 10-yard line. But the fumble ended the Trojan threat. So let's see what the Bloodhound offense does deep in their own territory. Trojan defense has been able to hold them to just a couple of first downs in the game so far. Stephen Burlett, the quarterback, gets the snap, hands to Thatcher. Thatcher grabbed by Calvin McLean, wrestled to the field. Calvin will be wrestling for the Trojan wrestling squad this coming winter. Gain of, I'll call it 6 yards. In fact, it's more like 7. So I'll call it second and a short 4 facing the Bloodhounds. Moses Thatcher, by the way, I've just been saying his last name. He's to the left of quarterback Burlett. Gets another handoff. And he'll be wrestled to the ground again by the Trojan defense. Calvin McLean. Hank Konzel, Blake Burnett, all in the vicinity. His first down, Fort Madison. They get it across the Bloodhound 20-yard line. Trojans 20, Bloodhounds 0. We're at 8:24 left in the second quarter. Snap to Burlett, looking right. Toss is out, and it's going to be short hop by the Bloodhound receiver. I believe it's called incomplete. Wakende, Aurelio Wakende. He's a freshman. Number 1. 5'10", 150 pounds. Spelled with a J, but as kind of like many Spanish J's, it's pronounced like it's a Y, Yakende. Burlett ready for the snap. Hands to Moses Thatcher. Tucker Robertson didn't get him down, but Ethan Bisgard finally tripped him up. Jackson Hollander there as well, but it'll be close to another Bloodhound first down. It is. So first down Bloodhounds. They're on their own 35, so they've taken it 25 yards from their own 10-yard line, keeping this drive alive. Burlett ready for the snap. Gets it, tossed to the running back. Ethan Bisgard tackling number 22, Cornelis. Eric Cornelis, he's a senior. One of the few upperclassmen on their skill position. Gains about 3, 2nd and 7. 7:15 left in the first quarter. Trojans 20, Bloodhounds nothing. Fairfield got the 3 touchdowns in the first quarter. Snap to Burlett, handoff to Moses Thatcher. Nolan Smith wraps him up, but he will get close to a first down. Probably 2 or 3 yards short. It's going to be a 3rd and we'll call it 4. 6:45 counting down first half, second quarter from the Penn City, Fort Madison. 3rd and they call it 3 on the scoreboard. Stephen Burlett in the shotgun, sends Thatcher in motion, hands it off to Cornelis. He's got running room up the middle. Jackson Hollander and Calvin McLean wrestle him down, but not before the first biggest play of the night by the Bloodhounds. From their own 43, they get it all the way to the Fairfield 39. So, an 18-yard play, the biggest gain of the night for the Bloodhounds. Fighting back here in the second quarter, that's almost halfway through. Trojans with all 20 points. 2 receivers on the left, 1 on the right. Handoff to Moses Thatcher. Straight up the middle. Jackson Hollander trips him up, but not before another good gain. Brady Weigel helped finish it off, but that'll be another Fort Madison first down. It's been an impressive drive by Fort Madison. Started their own 10 as they got a fumble recovery to prevent the Trojans from extending their lead. 2 receivers on the left. They send Cornelis in motion, hand to Thatcher, and he's hit in the backfield by Blake Burnett, and then Zandrick Allison, Ethan Bisgard finish him off. Also at the bottom of the stack, Christian Rasmussen. So that play loses a yard or 2. They'll set up a 2nd and long as we're approaching the 5-minute mark here in the second quarter. 5:20 right now. Stephen Burlett operating from the shotgun. I think every team we've played this season has been shotgun, Fairfield under center over 90% of the time. Burlett with Thatcher to his left, Cornelis to his right. Looking to pass on 2nd and long, and it's incomplete. Ethan Bisgard had the coverage of number 8, Horn, for the Bloodhounds. Connor Horn, he's a junior, 5'10", 150-pounder. As I look at the weights of these Bloodhound players, there's not many 2s in front of the leading number, if you will, on the weight. A lot of 1s. Several in that 150 to 160-pound range. 3rd and 11. Trojan defense probably going to need to make 2 more plays here. You would think they're going to go for it. They have 4 receivers on the right. Burlett rolls that direction. Toss out in the flat. It's complete, and it's going to go for a touchdown. 27-yard touchdown with 4:45 left in the first half. So the Bloodhounds fight back. Wakende. Aurelio Wakende. Fort Madison will kick the extra point. Down 20-6. Santiago, the kicker. And it's blocked by the Trojans. So Fort Madison kickoff coming up in a minute as you're listening to the Fairfield Trojan football team on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
We care. At Jefferson County Health Center, it's the little things that make a big difference. We believe every patient deserves to feel safe and comforted, no matter what brings them here. We strive to turn fear into comfort. We are committed to ensuring every patient feels informed, supported, and truly cared for.
Jefferson County Health Center, care you can count on. It's what we do.
Planning for 2026, smart farmers know the best yields start with the right choices. At Beck's Hybrids, where farmers are art, helping farmers succeed is what makes up the fabric of our culture. Call Brandon Tegeler, your Beck's seed dealer serving Southeast Iowa. Get your 2026 seed orders in early and secure the varieties that perform best on your land. 641-919-7526. That's 641-919-7526. Beck's Hybrids, growing successful together.
You're watching Fairfield Trojan football on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
Bloodhounds kicking off from their own 40-yard line on the west side of the football field there at Richmond Stadium, and it is Jonas Santiago, the kicker. Got Zandrick Allison, I believe Ethan Bisgard back deep to receive. They squib it to the left, and it's going to go out of bounds again. Like the opening kickoff by Fort Madison, their second kickoff of the night. Makes it out of bounds, so no time will come off the clock. Fairfield will get it on their own 35-yard line. Well, the only bad thing that's happened for the Trojans tonight, well, two bad things, I guess. The fumble down at the Fort Madison 10-yard line was a fumbled exchange between Christian and Voss. Fort Madison recovered, and they take it 90 yards. The last 27, the touchdown, Stephen Burlett to Aurelio Yakende. I think Fairfield might, they're actually going to have Fort Madison kick it again. So instead of taking it their own 35, they're going to say, tee it up again. Now, if he kicks it out of bounds again, you would get it at the 40-yard line. So we'll see what they do with Santiago on this second kickoff. I anticipated that Fairfield would settle for the 35-yard line. He'll tee it up on the left hash mark. Zandrick Allison, Ethan Bisgard back deep to receive. I don't think Fairfield's had a kickoff return for a touchdown this season. It'd be a good time to start. After giving up a score, Fairfield 20, Fort Madison 6. Santiago kicks it on the ground up the middle. Picked up by Calvin McLean. Calvin on the return. Plows ahead to about the 50-yard line. There's a 15-yard dividend of making them kick it off again. So Fairfield will have it at the 50-yard line. Second time they started to drive right at midfield. Calvin McLean, kickoff return. 4:39 left in the first half. Voss Richardson, the Trojan quarterback, up to center Christian Rasmussen, who picks up the football. The three backs behind Voss. Hands it off to Ethan Bisgard. He's got a big hole up the middle into the secondary, bouncing out to the right side. 20, 15, 10, and first and goal to go. Ethan Bisgard on a big carry. That'll go down as one of our big plays of the game. I believe it'll be about the 8-yard line. 4.5 on the clock. From the 7, so a 43-yard run by Ethan Bisgard. First and goal from the 7. Voss Richardson will come up behind center Christian Rasmussen. Offensive line doing the job. Here's Voss on the quarterback keeper. He's going to get it inside the 5. Down to around the 2, it looks like. So we got it first and goal at the 7. Robert Bowers, your great-grandson. I think I got the generation straightened out in my mind finally. It is Dan's grandson, son of Angie and Troy Bisgard. I think one time I said Angie Bowers, which that was, of course, her maiden name. Have too many generations mixed up in this gray mass in my head. Handoff to Zandrick Allison. He's in for the touchdown. Trojan TD, 2-yard run. 3:45 left in the first half. So Zandrick Allison takes it into the west end zone. Oh, there's a flag. So that may nullify the touchdown. We'll see. All the officials joining in the conversation. We get the indication from our referee here. Again, out of the Cedar Rapids area. Coming over toward the Fort Madison sideline. So talking to the Fort Madison coach, I believe. Again, our referee is Russ Omar. Unsportsmanlike conduct on the Trojans. Now, does the touchdown count? Was it one of those dead ball situations? They might have been saying, what do you want to enforce on the extra point or on the kickoff? So they are not putting the points on the board. They haven't penalized Fairfield at all. It is the touchdown does count. All right. 3 backs behind Voss. Fakes the handoff, rolls out. Pass is caught by Ethan Bisgard for the 2-point conversion. So we'll see if they enforce that unsportsmanlike on the kickoff, which is coming your way in a minute as you listen to Trojan football on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
If you're tired of dropped calls and slow internet, we're here to help. Lisco's the future of fast, reliable communication. Never miss a beat with streaming, gaming, or video calls, whether you're working, playing, or just staying connected. Lisco brings you lightning fast speeds, crystal clear calls, and unbeatable reliability. Switch today and experience the difference. Call me, Samantha, your Lisco sales rep at 641-209-5400. That's 209-5400, or visit us at lisco.com.
Pick a card, any card. Right now, at Community First Credit Union, save big when you lock in a low intro rate on select credit cards. Choose between our Flex Rewards, Signature Rewards, or Smart Rate cards, and enjoy a low rate for 12 months on purchases and balance transfers. Plus, each card offers perks like no annual fee and easy-to-use digital banking. Get details and apply at c1stcu.com or at any C First location. Subject to credit approval, federally insured by the NCUA.
All right, we're back for the Trojan kickoff, which will come from the 25-yard line. That unsportsmanlike being enforced on the kickoff instead of the 2-point try. This should give the Bloodhounds good field position after the Hazelwood kickoff. Kick from the 25. Again, it is Caden Hazelwood handling the kickoff duties now for the Trojans. Kicks it to his left. Picked up by number 1, and he's on his way. Got all the way into Trojan territory, still on his feet. Finally taken down by Calvin McLean, but not before a big kickoff return. Aurelio Yakende on a big kickoff return. The Bloodhounds are almost in the red zone to start. Yeah, they are. They're at the Fairfield 17-yard line with 3:34 left in the first half. It's Fort Madison at the Fairfield 17. Well, that 15-yard unsportsmanlike definitely cost the Trojans. Now the defense needs to make a big play to keep the Bloodhounds from getting a second touchdown in this quarter. Quarterback Stephen Burlett with the running back Moses Thatcher lined up behind him. Now he shifts to his left. Thatcher on the carry. Tackled by Hank Conzel, Tucker Robertson, and Nolan Smith. It'd be a short gain on the play. I'll give him a couple of yards, 2nd and 8 from the Fairfield 15-yard line. Coming down to 3 minutes left in the first half, 3:15 counting down. Burlett in shotgun formation, 2 receivers, now 3 off to the right, 1 on the left. The running back Moses Thatcher to the right of quarterback Stephen Burlett. Burlett gets the snap, looking to throw, pass down the middle, deflected and knocked away by Zandrick Allison. Nice D by Z. 3rd and 8 Bloodhounds on the Fairfield 15. Down 22 points, you figure this is 4-down territory. I don't think they'd try a field goal even if the kicker could reach it from this range, which would right now be about a 32-yarder if they got no positive gain on this play. So 3rd and 8 with 2:53 left in the second quarter, first half from Fort Madison. Burlett rolling to his right. Pass is caught. Going to be close to the first down. I think he might have it. Wakende, Brady Weigel took him down, but it will be a 1st and goal Bloodhounds. From the 4-yard line, 1st and goal at the 4. Horn and Yakende, receivers to the left, and on the right is another receiver. Here's a handoff to Thatcher, straight ahead. Trojan defense bottles him up. Tucker Robertson, Zandrick Allison at the bottom of the stack. 2nd and goal from the Fairfield 2. A lot of 2s up there. 2nd and goal at the 2, 2nd quarter. There's another 2 up there. Let's see what that one is. Ball on the 2. Yeah, so they have the ball on the 2, 2nd and 2 in the second quarter. It's all 2 deuces on that bottom of the scoreboard here. Burlett with Cornelis, and he goes in motion, handoff to Thatcher. Moses Thatcher trying to fight his way in. They give him a touchdown. Minute 38 left in the second quarter. Fort Madison gets their 2nd touchdown of the night. 2-yard touchdown run by Thatcher. So the Bloodhounds get their 2nd touchdown on the board. And we'll see if they go for 2, which it looks like they are going to do that. Keep the offense out there. Thatcher goes in motion. Handed off to Cornelis, and Calvin McLean got him in the backfield. Helped out by Ethan Bisgard to finish it off. So 2-point run stopped short. Fort Madison kickoff coming up in a minute as you listen to the Trojans on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
There's nothing quite like Friday Night Lights to bring a community together. This is Scott with Biener Funeral Home in Fairfield, and we believe in the strength of a community. My wife Rachel and I grew up in Van Buren County and are proud to serve this community we call home. From monument sales, pre-planning, and creating unique celebrations of life, we invite you to experience the Biener difference where we put families and community first. Biener Funeral Home, serving Van Buren County and all of Southeast Iowa, and proud supporter of Van Buren County sports.
Dr. Matt here. Looking for complete dental care for your entire family? At Fairfield Dental Clinic in Fairfield, that's exactly what we provide.
Dr. Pat here. We pride ourselves on delivering comprehensive care from routine cleanings to advanced procedures. At Fairfield Dental Clinic, we're committed to creating healthy smiles in a comfortable, caring environment.
We live here, we work here, and we're proud to care for generations of families from Fairfield and the surrounding area. Call today for an appointment. Fairfield Dental Clinic. Complete dental care for your entire family. Your neighbors, your dentists, your smile.
Trojans 28, Bloodhounds 12, just over a minute and a half left in the first half. Santiago teeing up the ball on the west side of the 50-yard line at the 40. They're trying to keep it away from Ethan Bisgard and Zandrick Allison, the deep backs for the Trojans on kickoff returns. Santiago, the place kicker. Jonas Santiago. Officials are taking a little extra time here to get things squared away. They're something going on across the field at about the 20-yard line. Looks like they're using their feet to kind of work a little bit on the turf. This field is in rough shape. I should have mentioned that at the start. It looks very worn for what, maybe three home games. Santiago now has it teed up. Trojans, let's see if they get aggressive here. Of course, you got the playmakers that on any given handoff could go the distance. Santiago will kick it down the middle this time, and it will be handled by Ethan Bisgard. Ethan goes in behind the wedge, gets outside to the right, and he's going to be driven out of bounds at around the Fairfield 40-yard line. Minute and a half, 90 seconds left in the second quarter. Well, you got situation, good field position here. Fairfield on their own 40-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they play it here. Again, center Christian Rasmussen. Guards Hank Konzel, Calvin McLean, tackles Axel Rose, Axel Starr. I think I've been saying Rose. It's not Guns N' Roses. Axel Starr and Nolan Smith. Hand off to Brady Weigel. He's hit at the point of attack. Now each team has all 3 timeouts remaining. Short gain on the play, 3 yards. Fairfield not showing. They are going hurry up, no huddle. Here's the handoff to Ethan Bisgard. Ethan up the middle, got running room. He's at the 40, 35, 30, 25, down to about the 22-yard line. So now you're definitely going to change things. Fairfield will get aggressive. They might use some of their 3 timeouts from the Fairfield 43 all the way to the Bloodhound 23. That's what, a 34-yard play. Clock is running under a minute. Boss Richardson fakes a handoff. Pass in the left. It's incomplete, intended for Zandrick Allison. Or are they saying a catch? Nope, incomplete. 43.6 seconds left in the first half. So a 34-yard run by Ethan Bisgard. Took it down to the Bloodhound 23. That makes it doable to get another touchdown on the board here. Step onto my mic cord there. Now Fairfield calls a timeout. So Fairfield's used their first of their 3 timeouts. We'll use a 30-second break and be back with a Trojan 2nd and 10 play from Richmond Stadium in Fort Madison on the Atomo Radio Group YouTube channel.
Shopping for a quality used car? Check out the inventory at Smithburg Automotive Lot at 1503 West Burlington Avenue in Fairfield. Need repairs? They've got you covered at the South 23rd Street location. Call 641-472-2454 or visit smithburgs.com. Need quality used parts? Head to Smitty's Auto Recycling on West Grimes in Fairfield. They've got fresh inventory arriving all the time. Selling parts or have a wrecked vehicle? They buy unwanted cars too. Call 472-4200 or stop by to see what's new in the yard. You're watching Fairfield Trojan football on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
Second and 10. Trojans at the Bloodhound 23-yard line. 43.3 seconds left in the second quarter. Boss gets the snap from Christian. Fakes the handoff. Looking down the middle. Pass for the end zone. A lot of contact there. Blake Burnett, and they do throw a couple of penalty flags. This should be a half the distance to the goal pass interference. It'll be enough for a first down. It's not automatic on pass interference in high school, but the yardage will get the first down. Let's see, it was from the 23, so it should go to the 11.5-yard line. Or maybe they'll just call it the 11. But it will be 1st and 10, so the Trojans conceivably could get a first down without a touchdown here. Clock stopped with 36 seconds left in the first half, 36.3. And a first down play coming up just outside the Bloodhound 10. Voss hands to Zandrick Allison, headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans. Call it a 12-yard touchdown run by Zandrick Allison with 29.7 seconds left in the first half. So Fairfield counters the Fort Madison touchdown. Fairfield will look to try to tack on 2 more points here. As the offense stays on the field, 34-12. Good job offensive line throughout this first half. Nolan Smith, Axel Starr, the tackles. Hank Conzel, Calvin McLean, the guards. Center Christian Rasmussen. Here's the handout. No, Voss keeping it. And Voss runs it in for the 2 points. So the Trojans have a 36-12 lead. Back in a minute with the Fairfield kickoff on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
Need electrical work done right? Livewire Electric is Southeast Iowa's premier electrical contractor, serving Jefferson County and nearby areas. From home wiring upgrades to all your electrical needs, call Rod at 641-472-4853. Livewire Electric, powering your home safely. Give your house a facelift. Quality garage doors that make a difference. Call 641-209-9948 for your free estimate on a new garage door. Open and close your day with straight-up doors of Fairfield.
For those shaping the future of Fairfield, Southern Iowa Ready Mix is your trusted partners. With every pour, they're committed to quality, durability, and the satisfaction of watching your vision take form. From the smallest patio to the largest development, they deliver more than materials, they deliver possibilities. Visit SouthernIowaRM.com and lay the groundwork for structures that stand the test of time. Because at Southern Iowa Ready Mix of Fairfield, they believe in building a legacy one mix at a time.
Caden Hazelwood tees up the football. 29.7 seconds left in the first half. Bloodhounds have all 3 of their timeouts, but not a lot of clock to work with, so got to keep them from getting a big kickoff return like they did the last time with the Yakende. Woo. Easy for me to say, just not that time. Aurelio Yakende. They kick it over to the left, and it goes out of bounds. That'll give Fort Madison the opportunity to take it at the 35 or make Fairfield kick it off again. See what their choice will be on this decision. It looks like they're going to take the ball. Again, with all 3 timeouts, just want to keep them from getting a big play. No time ran off the clock, so they'll have, in essence, 30 seconds, just 0.3 of a second less than that. And it will be from the... Oh, they are going to make him re-kick it. So they're saying, hey, we got a long kickoff return earlier from Yakende. That's been a big weapon. They're going to make Fairfield kick it off a second time. It'd be funny if went off an up man for the Bloodhounds and Fairfield would recover the ball and have another chance to score here in this first half. Trojans on top 36-12. Similar to Knoxville, where Fairfield scored a bunch of points by halftime. Caden Hazelwood will tee it up at the 35. Yakende and Peters, the 2 deep men. You know they want to get it in the hands of Aurelio Yakende. He's a freshman, but definite good young player. Hazelwood this time will kick it on the fly. It's finally picked up by Peters. Ethan Bisgard will wrestle him to the ground. Well, he stayed on his feet, and he gets outside to the left. Tucker Robertson will have to tackle him, but he gets it across midfield. It does go down to 18.2 seconds left in the first half. Ethan had him, and just he kept those legs moving and ran out of Ethan's arms, and the officials didn't think forward progress was stopped and from my vantage point, I agree with that decision. So Bloodhounds will have it on their Fairfield 44-yard line. So with all 3 timeouts, they might get aggressive here. 18.2. Fort Madison to the Fairfield 44. Stephen Burlett, the quarterback from the shotgun. No running backs in the backfield with him. Rolling to his right. Pass out in the flat is incomplete. Through the hands of Yakende. 13 seconds left in the second quarter. Almost to our Beaner Funeral Home halftime show. It'll be 2nd and 10. Realistic, you're looking at 2, maybe 3 more plays. Of course, the half cannot end on a defensive penalty, so there conceivably could be an untimed play before we get to halftime. Now they have Moses Thatcher in the backfield with Stephen Burlett, the quarterback. Burlett ready for the snap. Gets it, rolling to his right. Pass out in the flat again. Complete to Yakende. Ethan Bisgard said, "You're not getting away this time." He wrapped him up and took him straight to the turf. 3.8 seconds left in the half. Fort Madison will use the first of their 3 timeouts, but barring a defensive penalty, this will likely be the last play of the first half. Trojans on top 36-12. It's going to be a 3rd and 1 situation. So we'll use a 30-second timeout. Be back with the Fort Madison 3rd and 1 play from Richmond Stadium on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Sometimes accidents happen, and when they do, trust Finney Auto Body, Southeast Iowa's collision center specialists for over 40 years. We fix your vehicle the right way. We handle everything from minor fender benders to major repairs. Quality workmanship you can trust because we stand behind our work with a lifetime warranty. Don't let unexpected damage from an accident ruin your travel plans. Get right back on the road like it never happened at Finney Auto Body in Fairfield. Expert collision repair when you need it most. Visit us at FinneyAutoBody.com. And here at Finney Auto Body, we support the Fairfield Trojans.
You're watching Fairfield Trojan football on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Well, it's 3rd and 1, but the Bloodhounds have to be thinking in terms of got to throw it for the end zone here on this last play of the first half with 3.8 seconds. And again, let's say there's defensive pass interference, they would get another play even if the clock runs out. Right now the Fairfield defense just wants to keep everybody in front of them, not let anybody get behind them. Stephen Burlett from the shotgun, 3 receivers right, 2 on the left. Empty backfield except for Burlett. Sends Thatcher in motion right to left. Looking to swing it out to him. Pass is incomplete as the clock runs out. So our halftime score, Trojans 36, Bloodhounds 12. We'll get into the Beaner Funeral Home halftime show and our first half recap brought to you by Leo's Pizza and Grill. Coming back in 3 minutes with our halftime show of Trojan football from Fort Madison on the Ottumwa Radio Group YouTube channel.
This is Jeremy with Cranston Family Funeral Home. I want to take a moment and say thank you, not for choosing our funeral home, although we're deeply honored when you do, but for showing up for your neighbors, for supporting small businesses, for standing in line at visitations and hugging people you maybe haven't seen in years. That is what makes our communities feel like home. At Cranston Family Funeral Home, we don't believe in flashy promises. We believe in showing up quietly, respectfully, and doing the work that matters when it matters most. So from our family to yours, thank you. We see you, we are grateful for you, and we'll be here when you need us.
Planning for 2026? Smart farmers know the best yields start with the right choices. At Beck's Hybrids, where farmers are art, helping farmers succeed is what makes up the fabric of our culture. Call Brian Tegeler, your Beck's seed dealer serving Southeast Iowa. Get your 2026 seed orders in early and secure the varieties that perform best on your land. 641-919-7526. That's 641-919-7526. Beck's Hybrids, growing successful together.
Pick a card, any card. Right now, at Community First Credit Union, save big when you lock in a low intro rate on select credit cards. Choose between our Flex Rewards, Signature Rewards, or Smart Rate cards, and enjoy a low rate for 12 months on purchases and balance transfers. Plus, each card offers perks like no annual fee and easy-to-use digital banking. Get details and apply at c1stcu.com or at any C First location. Subject to credit approval, federally insured by the NCUA.
Dr. Matt here. Looking for complete dental care for your entire family? At Fairfield Dental Clinic in Fairfield, that's exactly what we provide.
Dr. Pat here. We pride ourselves on delivering comprehensive care from routine cleanings to advanced procedures. At Fairfield Dental Clinic, we're committed to creating healthy smiles in a comfortable, caring environment.
We live here, we work here, and we're proud to care for generations of families from Fairfield and the surrounding area. Call today for an appointment. Fairfield Dental Clinic. Complete dental care for your entire family. Your neighbors, your dentists, your smile.
Shopping for a quality used car? Check out the inventory at Smithburg Automotive's lot at 1503 West Burlington Avenue in Fairfield. Need repairs? They've got you covered at the South 23rd Street location. Call 641-472-2454 or visit smithburgs.com. Need quality used parts? Head to Smitty's Auto Recycling on West Grimes in Fairfield. They've got fresh inventory arriving all the time. Selling parts or have a wrecked vehicle? They buy unwanted cars too. Call 472-4200 or stop by to see what's new in the yard. For those shaping the future of Fairfield, Southern Iowa Ready Mix is your trusted partners. With every pour, they're committed to quality, durability, and the satisfaction of watching your vision take form. From the smallest patio to the largest development, they deliver more than materials, they deliver possibilities. Visit SouthernIowaRM.com and lay the groundwork for structures that stand the test of time. Because at Southern Iowa Ready Mix of Fairfield, they believe in building a legacy one mix at a time. You're watching Fairfield Trojan football on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
Back in Fort Madison, Lee Montz here with my on-site producer and director. No camera tonight for A.J. Rowe. Anthony keeping track of things as far as our commercials are concerned, and trying to keep up with the down and distance and the clock, which is a little difficult. He's almost in a corner where he can't see the scoreboard unless he stands up and looks to his left. So it's not an ideal position for him, but trying to help him out as much as possible. Again, our halftime show brought to you by Biener Funeral Home and Crematory, South Main and Fairfield. Scott and Rachel Brown, the people that ready to take care of your needs with the Biener Funeral Home. And our halftime recap, a service of, Leo's Pizza and Grill, just west of 6th and Burlington on Burlington Avenue. So our recap starts with Trojans getting the ball on their own 35-yard line. The kickoff went out of bounds, and they opted to take it at the 35. Had a 37-yard run from Voss Richardson. And with 9:48 to go in the first quarter, scored on a 3-yard touchdown pass, Voss Richardson to Blake Burnett. And like I said before, great to have Blake Burnett as a tight end in the Fairfield offense. And then on the defensive side, one of our outstanding linebackers. So that made it 8-0 Trojans just over 2 minutes into the game. Fort Madison went 3 and out, punted the ball. Fairfield got it at their own 44 with 8:12 left in the first quarter. Had a 32-yard run by Brady Weigel to the Bloodhound 24-yard line that really was a key play on that drive. Scored on a 24-yard run by Zandrick Allison with 7:37 left in the first quarter. 2-point run by Zandrick was stopped short. It was 14-0 Trojans. So 2 plays, 56 yards, a couple of runs, Brady and Zandrick. Fort Madison again 3 and out on the next possession. Fairfield got at their own 40-yard line with 6:26 left in the first quarter. Scored on a 39-yard run by Ethan Bisgard with 4:54 left in the first quarter. The extra point, a 2-point pass, was incomplete, so Fairfield 20, Fort Madison nothing. Then Fort Madison got the ball at their own 29-yard line. They did get a couple of first downs, but had the ball at the Fairfield 40, and then Blake Burnett had a 10-yard sack on 4th and 1, and that caused Fairfield to get the ball at their own at the 50-yard line. Had a 25-yard pass from Voss Richardson to Blake Burnett, but had the ball down at the Bloodhound well, inside the 10, but a fumbled exchange. Fort Madison got at their own 10-yard line with 9:23 to go in the first half. They had a 27-yard touchdown pass, Stephen Burlett to Aurelia Yakende. PAT kick was blocked with 4:45 left in the half. Trojan lead was down to 14, 20-6. Fairfield got a 43-yard run from Ethan Bisgard that took the ball deep into Fort Madison territory. They got the ball at the 50, so that 43-yard run set them up first and goal at the 7. Scored a couple of plays later, a 2-yard run by Zandrick Allison. 3:45 left in the first half. Voss Richardson, a 2-point pass to Ethan Bisgard, made it 28-6 Trojans. And they had an unsportsmanlike conduct on the touchdown play. Fort Madison elected to take it on the kickoff. They had a big return from Yakende, Aurelia Yakende, and that was all the way to the Fairfield 17-yard line, and they were able to punch it in with 3:34. They took over minute 38. They scored on a 2-yard run by Moses Thatcher. 2-point run was short, so Fairfield led 28-12. Then Fairfield got the ball at their own 40-yard line with a minute and a half to go in the first half. Had a big 34-yard run by Ethan Bisgard to the Bloodhound 23. And a few plays later, scored a 12-yard touchdown run from Zandrick Allison, Eric's boy. Zandrick's touchdown, 2-point run by Voss Richardson with 29.7 seconds left in the half. Put Fairfield up 36-12, and that's where the score stands here at halftime. As mentioned, Fairfield Cross Country, just the one meet this week. It was Monday at Hillcrest Academy up there northwest of Kelowna, the former Iowa Mennonite school. Trojan Cross Country, and let me see here. I've got the story from AtomoRadio.com written by my producer and director on site, AJ Rowe. The girls ended up finishing 5th. And let's see, it score 103, led by Alex Joe Stewart, 16th place, and Naomi Steemsma, 18th. Caroline Van Pelt, 22nd. Caroline, along with Bailey Belzer, the two senior girls for Coach Jared Belzer. Of course, Bailey being Jared and Courtney's daughter. So that was the girls' 5th place finish. The other Fairfield runners, Anna McEvan, 31st. Kensley Fligg, 34th, and Bailey Belzer, 35th, that other senior. Now, on the boys' side, ranked in Class 1A, number 11, English Valleys ended up at the team title, 42. Or was this the girls? I think this was the girls. So English Valleys, 42, North Masca, 67, Louisa Muscatine, 74, Washington, 82, Fairfield, 103, and Iowa City, Regina, 114. Boys were 6th, scored 170. Winning it was Louisa Muscatine, ranked 7th in Class 1A, as they had 33 points along with Washington, but I think maybe Washington got it on the tiebreaker, but anyway, they were the top two. Fairfield individually led by Clay Cass, one of the senior boys. Clay ended up in 27th. John Miller was 34th. They had Elijah Hamilton, 37th. Drew Myers, another senior, 42nd. Aaron Welnitz, 46th, and Sam Nelson, 47th. Let's see, I mentioned Drew and Clay Cass being seniors, also senior cross-country runners Xavier Kessel and Cale McCabe. Up next for the girls and boys, the conference meet on the 16th. That'll be this upcoming Thursday. That will be in Mount Pleasant. Then a week from Wednesday, the 22nd, the state qualifying meet. Got to find out in the next week or so where they're going to be running as far as that state qualifying boys and girls cross-country meet. Fairfield Volleyball this week had the first half of the conference tournament. They played 3 matches in Burlington on Monday. Ended up winning 2 out of 3. Defeated Mount Pleasant and Keokuk. Scores against Keokuk 25-18, 25-15. Against Mount Pleasant 25-15, 25-22. In between, they lost to the host Burlington Greyhounds 18-25, 15-25. Now Fairfield goes to Oskaloosa tomorrow. Then the other 2 matches in the conference tournament will come at Keokuk on Monday. Fairfield will face Fort Madison and then defending league champion Washington. To wrap up the evening, we need Burlington to beat Washington, and Fairfield beats Washington. They'd have to go to a tiebreaker to determine the Southeast Conference champion. It might be based on the seeding going into the tournament. And I believe Washington was undefeated in the conference. Yeah, they went 5-0 in the dual competition during the season. Then on Next Thursday, the 16th, it will be Fairfield Volleyball Senior Night with Albia coming to town. That varsity match getting underway around 7:15. So we'll honor the Fairfield High School senior volleyball players that night. Let me go ahead and mention real quick some of the Fairfield stat leaders in volleyball so far this season. I'll tell you what, let's take a 2-minute break and I'll get up the Fairfield volleyball stats as we continue with the Beaner Funeral Home and Crematory halftime show. Trojans leading here at Fort Madison 36-12. Back in 2 minutes with more of the halftime show.
Call. I got a pair of clogged toilets.
2 pair, dripping faucets and leaking pipes.
Full house, boys. Flooded basement, ruined water heater, and a wild card, broken sump pump.
Gentlemen, whatever your plumbing issue may be, call Roto-Rooter on Gateway Drive in Ottumwa. The drain cleaning and plumbing experts, residential and commercial, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Oh, and one more thing. A royal flush always beats a full house.
That's a bunch of crap.
Need electrical work done right? Livewire Electric is Southeast Iowa's premier electrical contractor, serving Jefferson County and nearby areas. From home wiring upgrades to all your electrical needs, call Rod at 641-472-4853. Livewire Electric, powering your home safely. Give your house a facelift. Quality garage doors that make a difference. Call 641-209-9948 for your free estimate on a new garage door. Open and close your day with straight-up doors of Fairfield.
At Family First Chiropractic, it is our goal to get you and your family as healthy as possible and keep you healthy for the rest of your life. We deliver an elevated level of care for the entire family. We approach healthcare from a holistic view, incorporating multiple chiropractic techniques and physical therapy to ensure that our patients achieve the best results as fast as possible. We believe you deserve the best. A little preventative care now will eliminate pain management in later years. We want our kids to grow and live an active, healthy lifestyle. Get your family checked at Family First Chiropractic.
If you're tired of dropped calls and slow internet, we're here to help. Lisco's the future of fast, reliable communication. Never miss a beat with streaming, gaming, or video calls, whether you're working, playing, or just staying connected. Lisco brings you lightning fast speeds, crystal clear calls, and unbeatable reliability. Switch today and experience the difference. Call me, Samantha, your Lisco sales rep at 641-209-5400. That's 209-5400, or visit us at lisco.com.
You're watching Fairfield Trojan football on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Back here at halftime, the Beaner Funeral Home and Crematory halftime show continuing with a look at Trojan volleyball stat leaders. Let's start with the serving for a change. As far as aces, Fairfield led by 27 from junior Natalie Steele, 22 from senior Mallory Weigel, and also 18 from senior Iris Lane, 16 from senior Faith Jones. Percentage-wise, let's see, almost 95% from Iris Lane, 203 of 214. You also have 97% from libero Isabel McCready. So actually Isabel slightly ahead of Iris Lane. That's senior nailing 97% of her serves. Also about 92% from Faith Jones. Almost 91% from Leah Helmick. And right at 90% from Mallory Weigel. So Fairfield, good serving team, 91% as a team. Digging the ball on defense, here led by senior libero Isabel McCready, 342. Second with 187, senior Iris Lane. Then you got 174 from Mallory Weigel, 165 from Faith Jones. Block leaders, Jaden Haynes, a junior, with 16 solos, 15 assists, so 31 total blocks. That's more than double the second best total of 12 from Faith Jones, 11 of those assists. It's only one solo block from Faith. And you got 11 blocks from Natalie Steele, 10 from Elise Sederstrom, Elise another senior on the Fairfield volleyball team. So those are the block leaders. Now going up to the front row, assist, obviously the senior setter, Faith Jones, 573 assists this season. Outstanding job by Faith distributing the ball to the hitters on the front row. As far as kills are concerned, You got 3 girls over the century mark, led by 165 from junior Natalie Steele, 156 from junior Leah Helmick, 100 from senior Maddie Martin. And let's see, next highest would be 68 from Jaden Haynes. Did I mention 111 from Elise Setterstrom? So actually 4 girls with over 100. Elise Setterstrom, 111 kills on the season. So those are the Fairfield volleyball stat leaders through the season so far. And again, at Oskaloosa tomorrow. And let's see who all is going to be in that tournament. As I go back to my other page here. Oskaloosa, you got Mount Pleasant, Ottumwa, teams that are familiar. A Green End, let's see, who'd that be? Have to find that out. I know. What's that? Des Moines North, okay. Let me go back to the volleyball page here. Back it up a step and should be able to find the schedule for tomorrow. So again, on Monday, Fairfield will be at Keokuk for the 2 matches in the Southeast Conference Tournament against Fort Madison and Washington. So, yeah, Ottumwa, Oskaloosa, Fairfield, Marshalltown, Mount Pleasant, and Des Moines North. And I'm assuming it's going to be round-robin play where they'll face all those other 5 teams up there at Oskaloosa. Tomorrow starts at 9 o'clock in the morning. On Monday, Fairfield will not play until, I think, 6 o'clock. I believe they have the second match and then maybe the 4th match. So 6 and 8 approximate times for their matches with Fort Madison and then Washington. So that's the way things stack up for the all other fall sports. Of course, Fairfield girls tennis ended a couple of weeks ago with the individual state tournament. Had Rhea Ross and Saria Yamanur finish 7th in the Class 1A doubles competition. Had junior Natalie Steele finish 8th in singles. And a senior, the only senior among the top 6, Pujita Mukadam, go to state, but ended up dropping a second match before she got into the round of 8 where she would have placed up at state. So I believe Pujita and Natalie both placed last year in state singles, if I'm not mistaken. Natalie did 8th last year as well, but Pujita did not. Okay, so I correct myself on that. So Natalie's 2 straight years of finishing 8th in Class 1A singles state tennis. This year, of course, it became a fall sport. Fairfield came out of the locker room heading toward the north sideline and getting set to start the second half. We'll go through the scores. Let's do a 1-minute timeout. We'll come back with the scores from other area games as you're listening to Fairfield High School football from Fort Madison on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Shopping for a quality used car? Check out the inventory at Smithburg Automotive's lot at 1503 West Burlington Avenue in Fairfield. Need repairs? They've got you covered at the South 23rd Street location. Call 641-472-2454 or visit smithburgs.com. Need quality used parts? Head to Smitty's Auto Recycling on West Grimes in Fairfield. They've got fresh inventory arriving all the time. Selling parts or have a wrecked vehicle? They buy unwanted cars too. Call 472-4200 or stop by to see what's new in the yard.
Pick a card, any card. Right now, at Community First Credit Union, save big when you lock in a low intro rate on select credit cards. Choose between our Flex Rewards, Signature Rewards, or Smart Rate cards, and enjoy a low rate for 12 months on purchases and balance transfers. Plus, each card offers perks like no annual fee and easy-to-use digital banking. Get details and apply at c1stcu.com or at any C First location. Subject to credit approval, federally insured by the NCUA.
You're watching Fairfield Trojan football on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
All right, here are other scores tonight. Halftime, Mount Pleasant leading Keokuk 23-14. The next 2 Trojan opponents, of course, both at home. Keokuk next week, Mount Pleasant to round out the regular season, week number 9. Second quarter, Solon rolling over Washington 35-0. Benton Community at halftime tied with 10th-ranked Independence 14, so Benton on the road playing tough. Bobcats, we were coming down, I think they're playing 5 of the top 10 in Class 3A this year. Talk about a rugged schedule. Undefeated Centerville looks like they'll stay that way at halftime, rolling over Albia 41-22. Mid-Prairie, 5-1, ranked 7th in Class 2A. They are up on Mediapolis 49-7 in the third quarter. Des Moines Christian defeating Knoxville 28-3 in the third quarter, on top of, I should say. Third quarter, Pekin trailing at Danville 27-24. That would be an upset. Danville 5-1, the Panthers 6-0. Neither team ranked. Third quarter, Van Buren County 32, Wapello 24. And that would be a huge victory if Van Buren County can get it. I think they'd stay in playoff contention if they pull that out. In a game involving Cardinal and Louisa Muscatine, L&M was looking for their first win since 2020. Cardinal got one win since 2022, and it's Comets 20, the Falcons 8. Cardinal on top in the third quarter. Go Cardinal. Get that victory tonight. And a final score, second-ranked PCM over Davis County, second-ranked in Class 2A. Davis County falling to the Mustangs of PCM. So it's a battle of Mustangs there, 42-8 PCM with the win over Davis County. Here, Fairfield getting set to kick off to start the second half. Again, our halftime show is brought to you by Biener Funeral Home and Crematory, and our first half recap is service of Leo's Pizza and Grill on Burlington Avenue, just west of the corner of 6th and Burlington. So Caden Hazelwood will tee the ball up, and we're set to go with the third quarter. 12 minutes on the clock. Trojans up by 24. Just after 9 o'clock here on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network. Yakende, Aurelia Yakende, had a big kickoff return in the first half for the Bloodhounds. So want to watch him here. Got to get my binoculars back on. And now I'm ready to go. Hazelwood approaches it, and he actually kicks left-footed. Squibs it down the middle, picked up by a Fort Madison up man. And not much there on the return. Number 12, Henry Ireland on the return, actually number 13. So Fort Madison has it to start the third quarter. Trojan with a solid lead, 11:53 on the clock.
The Bloodhounds will start from their 40-yard line.
It'll be from the Fort Madison 40-yard line. Quarterback, Stephen Burlett, only a sophomore. Has Moses Thatcher running back to his now right as he shifted from being behind him. Thatcher gets the handoff. Blake Burnett wraps him up around the ankles for a nice tackle. Tucker Robertson, Christian Rasmussen in the vicinity will get about 2 yards on the play. 2nd and 8 for the Bloodhounds. Trojans dominated the first quarter, scoring 20 points, and the Bloodhounds came back with 2 touchdowns the second quarter. Fairfield only outscored them, 16-12 in that second frame. Burlett ready for the snap. Again from the shotgun. Looking to his right, throws a swing pass to Horn. Got away from the first tackler. He's running down the south sideline. Jackson Hollander pushed him out of bounds, but not before the Bloodhounds get a first down. They cross midfield to the Fairfield. Looks like they're going to spot it about the Fairfield 42-yard line. First down, Bloodhounds. Maybe the 43. Kind of between the 42 and 43. Red and blue lights flashing over there on the southeast corner of the Richmond Stadium. Burlett ready for the snap. Throws a swing pass to Kende. Ethan Bisgard wraps him up and takes him down. Ethan, a junior, one of the Trojans' top tacklers. I don't talk enough about the Trojan defense as far as tackle leaders are concerned. Of course, we've had several interceptions. A couple of games, Knoxville and then last week against Washington. I believe 2 interceptions each of those games. 2nd and 8 for the Bloodhounds as we approach 10:35 here in the third quarter. On the clock. Burlett has 2 backs either side of him. Hands off to Thatcher. Moses Thatcher wrestled down. Looked like Tucker Robertson got the tackle that time. Going to bring up third, and we're looking at about 3.5, 4 yards to go. Before the next snap, we should go under 10 minutes left here in the third quarter. Fort Madison, the opening possession of this second half. 3rd and 3, we'll call it. Roulette ready for the snap. Looks over at the sideline after starting to go with the count. Send Thatcher in motion, hand off to Cornelis. And he'll get the first down. Tucker Robertson. Blake Burnett on the stop, but Fort Madison gets a 1st and 10 on the Fairfield 31-yard line. First and 10 Bloodhounds. Trying to get back in this game, 36-12. It's about a 24-point Trojan lead. So you really want the defense to step up here. Snap to Cornelis. His pass intended for Kende is short hopped. If that's backwards, it's Fairfield ball, and they say it is. Axel Starr got the fumble recovery. So apparently a backwards pass there by quarterback Burlett, and Fairfield will take over with 9:02 to go in the third quarter. That's the defense that we wanted to have. Fairfield on their own 38-yard line. That's our first fumble recovery of the season. And it's Axel Starr. All right, first down, Trojans. Voss ready for the snap. Hands it off to, I believe it's Brady Weigel on this carry. Not much running room this time. He'll get it out across the 40-yard line. So Brady Weigel on the first carry of the second half. They'll actually just give him 2, 2nd and 8. In that offensive line, center, Christian Rasmussen, Hank Konzel, Calvin McLean, the guards, Nolan Smith, Axel Starr, the tackles, tight ends on the left, Chase Countryman on the right, Blake Burnett. Voss Richardson gets the snap rolling to his left, runs away from the defense, and he's across the 50-yard line, inside the Fort Madison 30. Voss tackled at about the 26 of the Bloodhounds. So from the Fairfield 40, 34-yard run by Voss Richardson. Big play by the quarterback, that nice keeper. All the way to the Bloodhound 27. I should give him one less, 33 yards on that. But a big play by the Trojan offense, and again, that line doing the job. The 3 backs behind quarterback Voss Richardson are Brady Weigel, Ethan Bisgard, Zandrick Allison from right to left. Stacked up pretty parallel with each other. Hand off to Zandrick straight ahead. He's into the secondary. Down to inside the red zone. It'll bring up a 2nd and short facing the Trojans. There's a penalty flag. Referee comes over and says it is, I think, a 5-yard face mask. Yeah, just the short, not the personal foul. That would be 15 yards, or in this case, it would have been half the distance to the goal. But it is a first down, Trojans. 7:42 left in the third quarter, clock running. All is first down on the Bloodhound, about 12-yard line. Trojans trying to get over 40 points on this possession. They call it the 13 up above. Hand off to Tucker Robertson, and the ball's on the ground. It's still loose. Fairfield recovers it. Nice job by Chase Countryman spotting the loose ball that squirted all the way out to the left of the formation. So the Trojans avoid a second turnover at about the same position on the field. That one in the first half came around the 10-yard line. Both of those were really the exchange between Christian and Voss, which has been very rare this season. They've been pretty automatic. Ball is back to the 15, so it'll be 2nd and 12. Tucker Robertson in the middle of Ethan Bisgard and Zandrick Allison. Here's Voss rolling right, pass in the flat to Ethan Bisgard. Runs over a man, and I think he's in for the touchdown. Yes, sir. Touchdown Trojans. 6.5. They run some more time off the clock. Still running on the board. Should be at 6:30, but they've got 6:22, 21, 20, 19, 18. The clock is running. Or did they? Well, they called it a touchdown. Clock went all the way down to 6:13, so about 17 extra seconds ran off there on the touchdown run by Ethan Bisgard. 15 yards, right? So Ethan on the TD. Trojans are at 42. They haven't put the points on the board yet. Here's the toss to Ethan, trying to sweep left. He's got the corner. It's a good for a 2-point conversion. So Trojans have 44. The Bloodhounds have 12. Now there's a penalty flag, and it's going to be holding on the Trojans. So don't put the points up on that one. We did have the touchdown, didn't we? I was going to say they haven't put the points on the board. Now the Fairfield coaching staff is kind of questioning what's going on here. So why do we not have 6 more points on the board? And they're pointing at the scoreboard right now saying, we did score that, right? They still haven't put it up on the board. So I'm assuming this is a 2-point conversion again. Voss faking it. Pass. Caught. 2 points. Ethan Bisgard. Yeah, they just announced 2-point conversion. They haven't put the points on the board. All right, we'll be back with the Fairfield kickoff in a minute. You're listening to the Trojan football team on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
For those shaping the future of Fairfield, Southern Iowa Ready Mix is your trusted partners. With every pour, they're committed to quality, durability, and the satisfaction of watching your vision take form. From the smallest patio to the largest development, they deliver more than materials, they deliver possibilities. Visit SouthernIowaRM.com and lay the groundwork for structures that stand the test of time. Because at Southern Iowa Ready Mix of Fairfield, they believe in building a legacy one mix at a time.
There's nothing quite like Friday night lights to bring a community together. This is Scott with Beaner Funeral Home in Fairfield, and we believe in the strength of a community. My wife Rachel and I grew up in Van Buren County and are proud to serve this community we call home. From monument sales, pre-planning, and creating unique celebrations of life, we invite you to experience the Beaner difference where we put families and community first. Beaner Funeral Home, serving Van Buren County and all of Southeast Iowa, and proud supporter of Van Buren County sports.
You're watching Fairfield Trojan football on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
All right, back with a Caden Hazelwood kickoff after the Trojans' first touchdown of the second half. Took a while to get the clock stopped, to get the points on the board. Got a holding penalty on the first 2-point try, so it was actually a 12-yard 2-point conversion. Pass from Voss to Ethan. The combination that has worked a lot this season when the Trojans have decided to throw the ball. Of course, we have a touchdown catch tonight from Blake Burnett, who had missed a few weeks with that nagging ankle injury. Hazelwood has it teed up. I'm going to watch him closely because I swear he's kicked off right-footed sometimes and left-footed a couple times. And it looks like it's going to be right-footed this time. And it is. And it goes past the deep man into the end zone. No, it didn't make the end zone. And Ethan Bisgard will tackle the Fort Madison deep man, Peters, number 0. And Fort Madison will have Their worst field position of the night to start a drive. 6:10 left in the third quarter. Almost halfway through quarter number 3. Trojans in command, 44-12. Bloodhounds on their own 9-yard line. Well, they started their own 10 on the opening, or their first touchdown drive of the night, so they were able to overcome this kind of field position once before. Quarterback, Burlett. No, it's Yakende going Wildcat. He runs to the right. Blake Burnett will tackle him. Jackson Hollander, Ethan Bisgard there as well. Yakende. Aurelio, and he gets the first down on that initial carry to about the Fort Madison 21-yard line. So gain of 12 on the play. 1st and 10, Bloodhounds. So they go a little different here. Yakende receiving the snaps. He's basically the quarterback now. Hands it off to Moses Thatcher. Calvin McLean wraps him up, and they blow the play dead as he had a tackle for a loss. Moses Thatcher wrapped up right away. He'll lose, looks like just a yard and a half on the play. 2nd and 11, we'll call it. 5:20 left in the third quarter. Trojans 44, Bloodhounds 12. See, we need another stop and another score, and we'll get to that 35-point running clock here. Yakende ready for the snap. That looked like a false start, but no flag. Yakende trying to get outside of Ethan Bisgard. He said, "You're not getting away from me." He wrestled him to the ground. Be a short gain on the play, bring up 3rd and long. 3rd and 9 facing the Bloodhounds. Gain of 3 on that one. Trojans scored 20 in the first quarter. Fort Madison got 12 in the second, but the Trojans would get 16. Right now it's 8-0 this quarter. Yakende ready for the snap. Gets it a little high, but he pulled it down. Rolls to his right. Pass is incomplete. Good defense by Brady Weigel. Oh, they're going to throw a flag on it. I thought it looked like he had pretty good timing on it, but the official thought maybe he got there a beat too soon. See what the call is. I'm thinking defensive pass interference. And that is the call. It's a 15-yard penalty from the line of scrimmage. That will result in a first down. It was 3rd and 9. So Fort Madison catches a break on that call. So first down, Bloodhounds on their own 36-yard line. Cheerleaders under Coach Heidi Bowman doing a nice job down there. I've been helping them out during the jumping jacks when they do those on each Trojan score. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right for the Bloodhounds. Aurelio Yakende going quarterback keeper to the right. Axel Starr and Wakende. Blake Burnett, the other Trojan defender. Also Christian Rasmussen was out there, hustled from the middle of the defensive line, got all the way out to the south sideline. 2nd and we'll call it 6 for the Bloodhounds on their own 40-yard line. 4:13 left here in the third quarter. See Owen Adam, freshman, checking into the Trojan defense. Did a great job at linebacker last week up at Washington. Yakende ready for the snap. Gets it. Pass to the left. It's high and wide to the intended receiver, Owen Huffman. That'll bring up 3rd and 6. Wakende, again, good young player, freshman for the Bloodhounds. Aurelio, see what he was passing the ball. I think he had thrown a few times this season for the Bloodhounds. I'll try to find that here. He was 7 of 15 for 67 yards, 3 interceptions. So he has put it in harm's way several times. Yakende snared that snap with one hand, and he busted up the middle. It looked like a personal foul face mask on the tackle by Tucker Robertson, and the flags fly. You have a Trojan shaken up behind the play. Christian Rasmussen, he gets up right away, so says, I'm fine, don't come out and check on me, I'm good. So we're going to have 15 yards added to the end of that nice run by Yakende. Christian is going to come out. Hank Konzel will spell him on that defensive line. Christian said, darn it, I was fine. I didn't want to come out. So the penalty would be marked off from the Fairfield. The flag is on the 41, but it looks like they might be going from the 45. The ball goes, well, it was from the 41. They enforced it down to the Fairfield 26. So 4 minutes left in the third quarter. Bloodhounds are threatening to cut into that 32-point deficit. 44-12 Trojans. It's 55-15 last year. Fairfield winning over the Bloodhounds. Here's Yakende, tripped up by Ethan Bisgard. Didn't get his wheels going quick enough to get away from Ethan's grasp. Gain of, we'll call it 3, 2nd and 7 for the Bloodhounds. Approaching 3.5 minutes left in the third quarter. AJ from his cave over to my left. Here's Yakende again. They're pretty much one-dimensional here. Ethan tried to get him, ran through the grasp that time, and Tucker Robertson, along with a bunch of other Trojans, will finish off the tackle. Sandrick Allison came out of there with the ball. Blake Burnett, Voss Richardson, Hank Konzel all in the vicinity. And a third down coming up for the Bloodhounds there, and 4-down territory with the score and the field position here. 3rd and 3 at the Fairfield 19-yard line. So pretty much been Yakende running right and left or up the middle. And a player working on his helmet right now. Play clock is running under 10 seconds. It was Moses Thatcher trying to help out Yakende. Man in motion. Here's Yakende running to the right. Stacked up. I think he's going to be short. Tucker Robertson, along with Calvin McLean, Ethan Bisgard. It's going to be 4th and 1. Bloodhounds, of course, going for it here, down 44-12. See if the Trojans can come up with a 4th down stop here and get the ball back on downs. Yakende from the shotgun. Moses Thatcher running back to his left. About a half step behind him. 4th and 1. Want to stay disciplined on that defensive line and not give him the first down. Yakende. He was hitting the backfield. Let's see where they spot it. Calvin McLean, Ethan Bisgard. Fort Madison thinks they got it, and the officials are going to confirm that is the case. He just got enough for the first down. Almost had him behind the line of scrimmage, but he ran through the tackle. So first down Bloodhounds on the Fairfield 18-yard line. Got a Fort Madison player shaken up. So we'll have an injury timeout. Be back with more Trojan football. Audio only tonight from Fort Madison on the Atomo Radio YouTube channel.
Planning for 2026, smart farmers know the best yields start with the right choices. At Beck's Hybrids, where farmers are art, helping farmers succeed is what makes up the fabric of our culture. Call Brandon Tegler, your Beck's seed dealer serving Southeast Iowa. Get your 2026 seed orders in early and secure the varieties that perform best on your land. 641-919-7526. That's 641-919-7526. Beck's Hybrids, growing successful together.
Dr. Matt here. Looking for complete dental care for your entire family? At Fairfield Dental Clinic in Fairfield, that's exactly what we provide.
Dr. Pat here. We pride ourselves on delivering comprehensive care from routine cleanings to advanced procedures. At Fairfield Dental Clinic, we're committed to creating healthy smiles in a comfortable, caring environment.
We live here, we work here, and we're proud to care for generations of families from Fairfield and the surrounding area. Call today for an appointment. Fairfield Dental Clinic. Complete dental care for your entire family, your neighbors, your dentists, your smile.
So Burlett back at quarterback. Stephen Burlett was Yakende that was shaken up on the play. Did look like he went off under his own power. That's good to see. Don't want to see that talented freshman be hurt. Burlett, the snap goes through his legs. He falls on it. So that'll be a big loss on 1st and 10 at the Fairfield 17-yard line. The running backs with Burlett are Moses Thatcher and Cornelis. Number 22, Eric Cornelis. Cornelis is senior. Thatcher is sophomore. Burlett is a sophomore quarterback. And we mentioned Yakende. He's just a freshman. So Thatcher and Cornelis on either side of quarterback Stephen Burlett. 2nd and long. He's rolling to his right. Going to try to get away from Axel Starr. And Axel says, nope, you're not going to do it. Tossed him to the ground over on the south sideline. It'll set up a 3rd and long. Will be maybe the end of the 3rd quarter before Fort Madison runs the play. Well, they stopped the clock because he went out of bounds with 24.3 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. So we'll have at least one more play here in quarter number 3. And it's going to be 3rd and I'd say about 20. They call it 19, so I'll go with that. On the Fairfield 25-yard line, 3rd and 19 Bloodhounds. Late in the 3rd quarter. Burlett ready for the snap. Thatcher and Cornelis beside him. He's looking to throw. Pass out in the left flat to Thatcher. Zandrick Allison will wrestle him down. And a 4th down coming up on the first play of the 4th quarter. We'll walk to the west end of Richmond Stadium for the first play of the 4th quarter. Bloodhounds will let the clock run out as we've ended 3 quarters. Trojans 44, Fort Madison 12. Back with the 4th quarter on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network right after this.
Need electrical work done right? Livewire Electric is Southeast Iowa's premier electrical contractor, serving Jefferson County and nearby areas. From home wiring upgrades to all your electrical needs, call Rod at 641-472-4853. Livewire Electric, powering your home safely. Give your house a facelift. Quality garage doors that make a difference. Call 641-209-9948 for your free estimate on a new garage door. Open and close your day with Straight Up Doors of Fairfield.
Shopping for a quality used car? Check out the inventory at Smithburg Automotive's lot at 1503 West Burlington Avenue in Fairfield. Need repairs? They've got you covered at the South 23rd Street location. Call 641-472-2454 or visit smithburgs.com. Need quality used parts? Head to Smitty's Auto Recycling on West Grimes in Fairfield. They've got fresh inventory arriving all the time. Selling parts or have a wrecked vehicle? They buy unwanted cars too. Call 472-4200 or stop by to see what's new in the yard. You're watching Fairfield Trojan football on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
Fort Madison going to the west, 4th and 18 from the Trojan 24-yard line. Burlett rolling to his right. Obviously got to throw it past the yard marker to make, and it's picked off in the end zone by Ethan Bisgard. Robert, be proud of that great-grandson. Ethan with the pick, and the Trojans will take over at their own 20-yard line with 11:52 left in the 4th quarter. So first play of the 4th quarter, Ethan Bisgard gets the pick. Bloodhounds went from their own 9-yard line. A nice drive there, but Ethan with the interception on the opening play of the 4th quarter. All right, here we go. Back to the offense. Voss Richardson in behind center. Christian Rasmussen behind him, the three running backs. Ethan Bisgard, flanked by Zandrick Allison, Brady Weigel. Hand off to Ethan. Gets about 4 yards on the carry. Offensive line, let me mention again. Christian Rasmussen, the center. Hank Konzel, Calvin McLean, the guards. Tackles, Axel Starr and Nolan Smith. Axel, don't call him Rose Starr. Tight ends, very important to that. Blocking as well. Chase Countryman on the left, Blake Burnett on the right. And now Tucker Robertson going to come in, give Blake a rest. Of course, playing linebacker on defense. He, one of many Trojans that don't get a lot of downtime during the game. Here's the handoff to Zandrick Allison. He's got the first down across the 30-yard line. So we're just over a minute into the fourth quarter. Fairfield would like to get it all the way down to the end zone, get this thing to a 35-point, more than 35-point margin and a running clock. Let's see where we're at time-wise. 9:35 on this Friday night. Again, Fairfield closing out the season with 2 home games, Keokuk and then Mount Pleasant. Voss ready for the snap. Keeping it, rolling to the right. Voss getting outside. He's down the south sideline. He's across the 50 and ruled out of bounds. Might be short of the 50. Let's see where they spot it. Yeah, on the Fairfield 49-yard line. It's a nice run by Voss Richardson. It's another Trojan first down. Just on their side of the 50. 10:21 left in the fourth quarter. In fact, we got a timeout. So we'll use it. Be back in a minute with more Trojan football on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Pick a card, any card. Right now, at Community First Credit Union, save big when you lock in a low intro rate on select credit cards. Choose between our Flex Rewards, Signature Rewards, or Smart Rate cards, and enjoy a low rate for 12 months on purchases and balance transfers. Plus, each card offers perks like no annual fee and easy-to-use digital banking. Get details and apply at c1stcu.com or at any C First location. Subject to credit approval, federally insured by the NCUA.
For those shaping the future of Fairfield, Southern Iowa Ready Mix is your trusted partners. With every pour, they're committed to quality, durability, and the satisfaction of watching your vision take form. From the smallest patio to the largest development, they deliver more than materials, they deliver possibilities. Visit southerniowar.m.com and lay the groundwork for structures that stand the test of time. Because at Southern Iowa Ready Mix of Fairfield, they believe in building a legacy one mix at a time.
Voss Richardson gets the snap, hands to Brady Weigel, gets across the 50, about a 2-yard gain from 149 to the other. You could say from the 51 to the 49 if you're going by 100 yards, but yeah, it's from 49 to 49, 2nd and 8. There's our king, Ian Jones, down there. Hello, King Ian. Christian Rasmussen, center, up to the football. Voss Richardson right behind, under center. Hands it off to Zandrick Allison. Zandrick keeping those legs moving, gets it to the Fort Madison 45-yard line. That'll set up a third Fort Madison 45. We'll be under 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter before the next play. 9 minutes right now. Tucker Robertson brought in the play from the sideline. He will be at a tight end on the right of the formation, and again in for Blake Burnett. Weigel tries to head into the end zone. It's going to be touchdown Trojans. 8:32 left in the fourth quarter in the game, basically. A 45-yard touchdown run by Brady Weigel, the Trojan sophomore running back. Nice job by Brady. And the Trojans will line up, go for 2 points. At this point, the Fairfield lead is 38, 50-12. So got to that magic number of at least 35-point margin. So on the kickoff, the continuous clock will be in effect. Voss ready for the snap on the 2-point conversion. Pass is going to be incomplete, intended for Zandrick Allison. So Fairfield kickoff coming up in a minute as you're listening to Trojan Football on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
We care. At Jefferson County Health Center, it's the little things that make a big difference. We believe every patient deserves to feel safe and comforted, no matter what brings them here. We strive to turn fear into comfort. We are committed to ensuring every patient feels informed, supported, and truly cared for.
Jefferson County Health Center, care you can count on. It's what we do.
Dr. Matt here, looking for complete dental care for your entire family? At Fairfield Dental Clinic in Fairfield, that's exactly what we provide.
Dr. Pat here. We pride ourselves on delivering comprehensive care from routine cleanings to advanced procedures. At Fairfield Dental Clinic, we're committed to creating healthy smiles in a comfortable, caring environment.
We live here, we work here, and we're proud to care for generations of families from Fairfield and the surrounding area. Call today for an appointment. Fairfield Dental Clinic, complete dental care for your entire...
Audio only tonight, and even that's a little bit shaky due to our router. Not much AJ or I can do about it, but we'll keep talking, and hopefully you're hearing it. Caden Hazelwood will tee the ball up at the Fairfield 40-yard line on the west side of this Richmond Stadium turf, which, like I said earlier, looks very red turf. Or no turf, almost, it looks like. After Zandrick Allison handled that most of the first few weeks of this season, until last week, basically, where Caden took over as the kickoff man. Hazelwood puts the right foot to it this time. It will be Kende. Good to see him back out there. Ethan Bisgard will take him to the turf. Right about the Fort Madison 28-29-yard line. And with 8:21 left in the fourth quarter, Fairfield defense back on the field. They do call it the 28-yard line where Fort Madison will have this possession. See if they go with Burlett at quarterback or with Yakende again. Is Burlett, Stephen Burlett. 3 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. Clock is running with over a 35-point margin. Burlett tosses over to Moses Thatcher to the right. Ethan Bisgard wraps him up. They throw a flag in the holding vicinity on the offense, which the clock should technically stop on a penalty, but they are not. They do at 7:31. They say timeouts, penalties, the times when the clock would stop. Or a score, change of possession. It is holding on the Bloodhounds. Fairfield discussing whether they're going to take the play or the penalty. They are going to back them up 10 yards. One of the few holding penalties we've had tonight. Fairfield had one on a 2-point conversion. That's the only other one I remember. Of course, 2 late holding penalties in the Solon game were when the Spartans were trying to score a late touchdown, already up 77. Here's Burlett handing off to Moses Thatcher. Blake Burnett, and it'll be 2nd and long for the Bloodhounds. They are back at the, 19-yard line, 2nd and 21. So lost a yard on that play. Under 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter. All Trojans, 50-12. Scored the first 20. Burlett ready for the snap. 2nd and long. Moses Thatcher, the running back, he gives it to Yakende on a jet sweep. Yakende will be tackled by Tucker Robertson, Jackson Hollander, and Calvin McLean hustling out there to get him to the turf. A good gain on the play. It'll set up a 3rd and less than 10. Call it 3rd and about 8. Job by the cheerleaders, Heidi. Good job by those cheerleaders. Heidi Bowman. I can talk to people from up here and they feel like it's from above. 3rd and 8. Burlett gets the snap. Rolling to his right as he pushed Yakende while the ball was in the air as he was trying to make a play on the ball, but you can't push the receiver out of the way to try to do that. Now, if he's going for the ball and makes contact, you can get away with that. So it'll be a pass interference, the at least second one on the Trojans here tonight. 15 yards will result in the first down. Like I said earlier, pass interference in high school, 15 yards, but not an automatic first down. And, of course, if it's inside the 30 on either end of the field, he goes half the distance. 1st and 10, Bloodhounds on their own 45-yard line. Burlett, the quarterback. 2 receivers on the right, 1 on the left, 2 running backs in the backfield, Cornelis and Thatcher, I believe. Hands it off to Thatcher. Straight ahead. Comes up to about the Fort Madison 49-yard line. Moses Thatcher, a 4-yard gain. 2nd and 6. Going to be under 5 minutes left in the game on the next snap. 5 minutes now. Second and 6, Bloodhounds. Burlett gets the snap. Hands to Cornelis, and Calvin McLean nailed him for about a 5-6 yard loss on the play. Calvin shot through unblocked as he beat his blocker off the snap. The ball back to the Fort Madison 45. It'll be 3rd and 10. Trojan defense playing well tonight. A couple of long drives by the Bloodhounds. One of them resulted in a touchdown. The other did not, but I was impressed in that regard. Maddie and Lauren Martin down there. And Mallory Weigel, I mentioned earlier. Faith Jones as well. Some of them wearing coats now. It's gotten chilly. Thatcher, I believe. He'll be shortened up. It's Cornelis. Gets the ball across the 50. That's Eric Cornelis. He's a senior. Like I said, one of the few upperclassmen among their skill positions. So 4th and 4, Bloodhounds on the Fairfield 49, of course, down by 38. They're going for it. In plus territory once you get past the 50-yard line. That's the terminology anymore. Owen Adam tossing the ball on the sideline, maybe coming in to quarterback the Trojans on the next possession. He and Caden Hazelwood are playing catch over here on the north sideline. 4th and 4, handoff straight ahead. I think he's short. We'll see where they spot it. From where the official is, I think it's going to be Trojan ball on downs. Calvin McLean, Brady Weigel teamed up, and Fairfield will take over on downs with 3:03 left in the football game. So Trojans can let some other people finish out this game. Fairfield on their own 46-yard line. Don't expect Fort Madison to use any of their 3 timeouts, and Fairfield certainly is not going to use any of theirs. Owen Adam coming in to quarterback the team. We also have in there, get my sheet here, number 6. Now Fairfield will take a timeout because of all the substitutions. Jackson Hollander out as well out there. So let's use a 1-minute break. Be back with more Trojan football from Fort Madison on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Need electrical work done right? Livewire Electric is Southeast Iowa's premier electrical contractor, serving Jefferson County and nearby areas. From home wiring upgrades to all your electrical needs, call Rod at 641-472-4853. Livewire Electric, powering your home safely. Give your house a facelift. Quality garage doors that make a difference. Call 641-209-9948 for your free estimate on a new garage door. Open and close your day with Straight Up Doors of Fairfield.
Sometimes accidents happen, and when they do, trust Finney Auto Body, Southeast Diner fender benders to major repairs. Quality workmanship you can trust because we stand behind our work with a lifetime warranty. Don't let unexpected damage from an accident ruin your travel plans. Get right back on the road like it never happened at Finney Auto Body in Fairfield. Expert collision repair when you need it most. Visit us at FinneyAutoBody.com. And here at Finney Auto Body, we support the Fairfield Trojans.
Wood in the backfield with him. Hand off to Jackson. Hollander off right tackle is stacked up and thrown down. Also have number 36 for the Trojans. One of the younger players in that offensive backfield. That's Chase Worley, a freshman. It's good to see Chase out there. Has one of those Guardian helmets, the Guardian cap, if you will, on over the helmet. Those really stand out. Makes the helmet look a little bit bigger. We're under 2 minutes left in the game, minute 45. Trojans 50, Bloodhounds 12. Center is still Christian Rasmussen. Most of the offensive line stayed the same. Handoff straight ahead with Worley, and he's driven back on the play. So it's going to be third down coming up. Chase Worley. He and Owen Adam, both freshmen in that offensive backfield right now. Of course, you got Voss Richardson as a junior. He'll have another year as the starting quarterback, provided everything goes the way you would expect. We'll be down under a minute on the next snap right now. Owen Adam went over to the sideline. Play clock is down to 5. We'll probably have a delay of game penalty here. Well, they said reset the play clock. So, yeah, avoided the delay of game. Owen gets the snap from Christian Rasmussen. Hands it off to Worley. Chase Worley will get a couple of yards on the play. One more snap, and this should do it. 4th down and 8 for the Trojans. I don't think, they don't have to snap the ball. Play clock is greater than the game clock, so that should have been the final play of the night. They're saying, yep, we don't need to run a play here, gentlemen. So that's going to do it. The Trojans 50, the Bloodhounds 12. As Owen Adam just saw that the play clock is higher than the game clock, and can let the final seconds run out. And the Trojans have a nice victory down here in the River City, the Penn City of Fort Madison. Trojans 50, Bloodhounds 12. Back in 3 minutes, getting into our post-game show of Fairfield High School football on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
Call. I got a pair of clogged toilets.
2 pair, dripping faucets and leaking pipes.
Full house, boys. Flooded basement, ruined water heater, and a wild card, broken sump pump.
Gentlemen, whatever your plumbing issue may be, call Roto-Rooter on Gateway Drive in Ottumwa. The drain cleaning and plumbing experts, residential and commercial, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Oh, and one more thing. A royal flush always beats a full house.
That's a bunch of crap.
Shopping for a quality used car? Check out the inventory at Smithburg Automotive Lot at 1503 West Burlington Avenue in Fairfield. Need repairs? They've got you covered at the South 23rd Street location. Call 641-472-2454 or visit smithburgs.com. Need quality used parts? Head to Smitty's Auto Recycling on West Grimes in Fairfield. They've got fresh inventory arriving all the time. Selling parts or have a wrecked vehicle? They buy unwanted cars too. Call 472-4200 or stop by to see what's new in the yard. For those shaping the future of Fairfield, Southern Iowa Ready Mix is your trusted partners. With every pour, they're committed to quality, durability, and the satisfaction of watching your vision take form. From the smallest patio to the largest development, they deliver more than materials, they deliver possibilities. Visit SouthernIowaRM.com and lay the groundwork for structures that stand the test of time. Because at Southern Iowa Ready Mix of Fairfield, they believe in building a legacy one mix at a time.
Pick a a card, any card. Right now, at Community First Credit Union, save big when you lock in a low intro rate on select credit cards. Choose between our Flex Rewards, Signature Rewards, or Smart Rate cards, and enjoy a low rate for 12 months on purchases and balance transfers. Plus, each card offers perks like no annual fee and easy-to-use digital banking. Get details and apply at c1stcu.com or at any C First location. Subject to credit approval, federally insured by the NCUA.
This is Jeremy with Cranston Family Funeral Home. I want to take a moment and say thank you, not for choosing our funeral home, although we're deeply honored when you do, but for showing up for your neighbors, for supporting small businesses, for standing in line at visitations and hugging people you maybe haven't seen in years. That is what makes our communities feel like home. At Cranston Family Funeral Home, we don't believe in flashy promises. We believe in showing up quietly, respectfully, and doing the work that matters when it matters most. So from our family to yours, thank you. We see you, we are grateful for you, and we'll be here when you need us.
Need electrical work done right? Livewire Electric is Southeast Iowa's premier electrical contractor, serving Jefferson County and nearby areas. From home wiring upgrades to all your electrical needs, call Rod at 641-472-4853. Livewire Electric, powering your home safely. Give your house a facelift. Quality garage doors that make a difference. Call 641-209-9948 for your free estimate on a new garage door. Open and close your day with straight-up doors of Fairfield.
You're watching Fairfield Trojan football on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
Well, they had shut off the scoreboard when we went to that break, and then they ran a play, and we're assuming it is actually a kind of an untimed play that isn't officially going to go in the records, but it was an Angel Quimby touchdown run. Got the handoff from Owen Adam, cut to the left side, and ran into the east end zone. But like I say, I'm going with 50-12 as the final score. I'll check with Coach Matt Jones, because I'm kind of thinking the Angel, obviously a not much used, just seldom used player on the football team, but I believe a senior, and letting him have that opportunity to run the football, it was really neat to see. So, like I say, we're not thinking that touchdown will count for number 7, senior Angel Quimby, but still a thrill to get that handoff from the quarterback and take it all the way to the end zone. All right, well, AJ's trying to get the other scores wrapped up from around Southeast Iowa of the teams in the Fairfield district and some of the area football teams. Let me recap the Trojans scoring tonight. Again, the opening drive was a 65-yard drive. 37 of those are run by Voss Richardson that got the ball deep into Fort Madison territory, and they scored on a 3-yard pass from Voss to Blake Burnett. 2-point run by Ethan Bisgard. Fairfield would lead from the start, and they took the lead and never looked back, 8-0 at that point. Bloodhounds went 3 and out, then Trojans got the ball at their own 44, had 2 plays to get to the end zone. 8-12 it started, 7:37 it ended. 32-yard run by Brady Weigel to the Fort Madison 24, and then the last 24, touchdown by Zandrick Allison. 2-point run by Zandrick was short, 14-0 Trojans. Another 3 and out by the Bloodhounds in the first quarter, and with 6:26 to go in that quarter, Fairfield had at their own 40-yard line, and they would score on a 39-yard run by Ethan Bisgard. 2-point pass incomplete. It was 20-0 with 4:54 left in the first quarter. Blake Burnett got a 10-yard sack. Fairfield got a 25-yard, and that turned it over on downs at the 50-yard line. It was a 4th and 1, and Blake shot through and got the quarterback for a 10-yard loss back to the 50. Fairfield got a 25-yard pass from Voss Richardson to Blake Burnett, but eventually would fumble the ball. Fort Madison recovered at their own 10 with 9:23 left in the first half. They would eventually score on a 27-yard pass, Stephen Burlett to Aurelia Yakende. The PAT kick was blocked, so Fairfield led 20-6. Trojans got the ball at the 50-yard line. They initially would have had it at 35 and said, no, we're gonna make them kick off again, as the kick had gone out of bounds. Well, Calvin McLean returned it all the way to midfield, had a 43-yard run by Ethan Bisgard that set it up 1st and goal. Zandrick Allison, that's twice I've done it, Eric's boy, Zandrick Allison, 2-yard touchdown run with 3:45 left in the first half. Voss Richardson passed Ethan Bisgard for 2. It was 28-6 Trojans. And Bledon's got a big kickoff return thanks to a unsportsmanlike conduct on the penalty. They took the penalty on the kickoff from the Fairfield 25, and Yakende returned it all the way to the Trojans 17. They would score their only other points of the night. And that was a 2-yard run by Moses Thatcher. Their 2-point conversion run was short, so the Trojans were up 28-12. Then Fairfield got at their own 40 with a minute and a half to go in the second quarter. Had a big 34-yard run by Ethan Bisgard to the 23, and they would score with 29.7 seconds left in the half. A 12-yard run by Zandrick Allison, 2-point run by Voss Richardson left the Trojans up 36-12 at halftime. Fairfield got a fumble recovery from Axel Starr to stop a Fort Madison drive. Fairfield got at their own 38 with 9:02 left in the third quarter. And they had a 33-yard run by Voss Richardson down to the Fort Madison 27. Then Ethan Bisgard would take it 15 yards for the touchdown with 6:13 left in the third. 2-point pass, Voss to Bisgard, 44-12 Trojans. Ethan got an interception that gave the ball to Fairfield at their own 20-yard line with 11:52 left in the fourth quarter. That was the first play of the final quarter. And they would score on a 45-yard run by Brady Weigel. Brady got all the way to the east end zone. 2-point pass was incomplete with 8:32 left in the game, and that was the final official scoring of the night. Fairfield 50, Fort Madison 12. I mentioned that untimed touchdown by Angel Quimby that we're assuming isn't going to officially count in the game tonight, but a thrill for that senior Angel Quimby, giving him that opportunity to carry the ball at the end of the game. So it was all Trojans here tonight. We're going to take another timeout, and we'll go through the scores that AJ's tabulating right now. My on-site producer and director, Anthony Rowe. AJ doing a great job as always. And we'll be back after this break with the final stages of our post-game show on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
If you're tired of dropped calls and slow internet, we're here to help. Lisco's the future of fast, reliable communication. Never miss a beat with streaming, gaming, or video calls, whether you're working, playing, or just staying connected. Lisco brings you lightning fast speeds, crystal clear calls, and unbeatable reliability. Switch today and experience the difference. Call me, Samantha, your Lisco sales rep at 641-209-5400. That's 209-5400, or visit us at lisco.com.
Dr. Matt here, looking for complete dental care for your entire family? At Fairfield Dental Clinic in Fairfield, that's exactly what we provide.
Dr. Pat here. We pride ourselves on delivering comprehensive care from routine cleanings to advanced procedures. At Fairfield Dental Clinic, we're committed to creating healthy smiles in a comfortable, caring environment.
We live here, we work here, and we're proud to care for generations of families from Fairfield and the surrounding area. Call today for an appointment. Fairfield Dental Clinic, complete dental care for your entire family, your neighbors, your dentists, your smile.
This is Miss Bonnie at Packwood Locker and Meats of Packwood. Packwood Locker and Meats brings farm fresh to your table. Beefy with boldness, porky with perfection, fresh off the farm and into your kitchen. We know how to make every meal a masterpiece. Trust the quality and savor the taste, because at Packwood Locker and Meats, fresh isn't just a promise, it's a guarantee. Now open for retail and pickup 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Fridays and Saturdays. Visit PackwoodLockerandMeats.com for more information. Trust me, you can't beat Peyton's Meat, and we dare you to try.
Planning for 2026? Smart farmers know the best yields start with the right choices. At Beck's Hybrids, where farmers are art, helping farmers succeed is what makes up the fabric of our culture. Call Brandon Tegeler, your Beck's seed dealer serving Southeast Iowa. Get your 2026 seed orders in early and secure the varieties that perform best on your land. 641-919-7526. That's 641-919-7526. Beck's Hybrids, growing successful together.
Call. I got a pair of clogged toilets.
2 pair, dripping faucets, and leaking pipes.
Full house, boys. Flooded basement, ruined water heater, and a wild card, broken sump pump.
Gentlemen, whatever your plumbing issue may be, call Roto-Rooter on Gateway Drive in Ottumwa. The drain cleaning and plumbing experts, residential and commercial, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Oh, and one more thing. A royal flush always beats a full house.
That's a bunch of crap.
At Family First Chiropractic, it is our goal to get you and your family as healthy as possible and keep you healthy for the rest of your life. We deliver an elevated level of care for the entire family. We approach healthcare from a holistic view, incorporating multiple chiropractic techniques and physical therapy to ensure that our patients achieve the best results as fast as possible. We believe you deserve the best. A little preventative care now will eliminate pain management in later years. We want our kids to grow and live an active, healthy lifestyle. Get your family checked at Family First Chiropractic.
We care. At Jefferson County Health Center, it's the little things that make a big difference. We believe every patient deserves to feel safe and comforted, no matter what brings them here. We strive to turn fear into comfort. We are committed to ensuring every patient feels informed, supported, and truly cared for.
Jefferson County Health Center, care you can count on. It's what we do.
You're watching Fairfield Trojan football on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
Back here at Richmond Stadium, Fort Madison, Iowa, the Fairfield Trojans 50, the Bloodhounds 12, as Fairfield gets their first district win, second overall, keeping the Bloodhounds winless on the season. This is through 7 weeks, so Fairfield 2-5, 1-2 in the district, and again, going to Keokuk next Friday, or check that, hosting Keokuk next Friday, Mount Pleasant 2 weeks from tonight. And speaking of those two, in the fourth quarter, Keokuk 34, Mount Pleasant 23, and I think the Panthers were up 23-14 at the half, if I'm not mistaken. So Keokuk has taken over in the second half of that football game. Washington kept Solon from going over 50 tonight. Spartans 42, Demons nothing. So Washington 3-3. Spartans ranked third in Radio Iowa poll, or bound poll. They're ranked third, 6-0 on the season. Fourth quarter, Benton and Independence, 10th ranked Independence hosting the Bobcats, tied at 28. Benton's a murderer's row schedule. We figured out they're taking on about 5 of the Class 3A top 10 this season. Rugged, brutal schedule for Benton Community. Final, Centerville stays undefeated, ranked 5th in Class 2A, 55-30 over now 3-3 Albia, or now 3-4 Albia, 55-30 that final score. Mediapolis fell to Mid-Prairie, the 7th-ranked Golden Hawks, rolling over the Bulldogs 62-21. It was Des Moines Christian 38, Knoxville 11. Pekin pulls it out 32-27 over Danville. Panthers 6-0 on the season. And looking good. Actually, that's their 7th win, isn't it? 7-0. Yeah, they have one game remaining. They were 6-0 going in. Got to remember these are AJ always gives the records going into the game. So, again, Panthers now 7-0. Van Buren County, congratulations to the Warriors. 45-32 over Wapello. That's the final, right? So Van Buren County now 3-4 on the season, and they get a bye next week, a forfeit win next week. So they are possibly going to make the playoffs with a 4-4 record as a result of beating a 5-1 going into the game Wapello team. Cardinal gets their second win since 2022 as they shut down Louisa Muscatine 26-14 L&M. They haven't won since 2020, and that streak continues tonight at home against Cardinal. And it was PCM 42, Davis County 8 as the Mustangs ranked second, but with the loss, PCM 5-1. The other Mustangs, actually PCM now 6-1, Davis County 0-7 on the season. Don't forget, KOTM, the place to go. Tom FM 97.7 for the Radio Iowa Scoreboard Show underway right now. Goes until 11:30 tonight. We'll be listening as we get back into the region from our trip down here to Fort Madison. So again, that Scoreboard Show until 11:30 right now on 97.7 KOTM Tom FM. Want to mention our sponsors. A big thanks to Leo's Pizza and Grill on Burlington Avenue in Fairfield, just west of corner with 6th Street. They bring you our halftime recap. Beaner Funeral and Crematory brings you the halftime show, and of course helping us out throughout the game. Finney Auto Body of Fairfield, Larry and Paula Angstead, where they take the dents out of accidents out there. I forget which number street that is, the one where the car wash is on, and that coffee shop. I'm not going to mention any of their names because I don't want to give them free advertising, but between the coffee shop and the car wash, go north, you'll get to Finney Auto Body. Packwood Locker and Meats of Packwood. Visit them at packwoodlockerandmeats.com, where they say you can't beat our meat. They dare you to try. Family First Chiropractic, West 2nd Street in Ottumwa. Elevated level of holistic care. They incorporate multiple chiropractic techniques and physiotherapy. Want their clients to have the best results as quickly as possible. Family First Chiropractic, inviting you to stop in on West 2nd Street in Ottumwa. Roto-Rooter, Gateway Drive in Ottumwa, serving Fairfield, Ottumwa, and the surrounding area with 24/7 emergency service. Yes, including nights, holidays, and weekends. Brandon Taglar, your Beck Seed dealer, serving Southeast Iowa. Give him a call, 641-919-7526, or follow him on Facebook. Lisco, your experts for fiber optic. The number is 209-5400. Lisco in Fairfield. Jefferson County Health Center. Cares you can count on. That's what they do. Cranston Family Funeral Home, Fairfield and Keosauqua, also with the Irish Ridge Cremation. They have monument sales, cranstonfamilyfuneralhome.com. Southern Iowa Ready Mix, you can check them out at southerniowar.m.com. Livewire Electric and Straight Up Doors, West Grimes in Fairfield, serving Fairfield and the surrounding area. Start and open your day with a door from Straight Up Doors or electrical service, Livewire Electric, Rod and Bev Nelson. Smithburg Automotive, vehicle maintenance, rental, and vehicle sales. The sales out on West Burlington, just east of the gas station out there at the corner of, I think, 17th and Burlington. But again, you'll find it, and that's where you can also rent vehicles. And then their service on South 23rd Street. They also have Smitty's Auto and Recycling for parts. And if you need to get rid of an older vehicle that you just don't need anymore, they can give you a couple $100. Take it off your hands with Smithburg Automotive and Smitty's Auto and Recycling. Fairfield Dental Clinic, West Adams in Fairfield. Stop in and see their dentists and the professional staff at Fairfield Dental Clinic and Community First Credit Union. Together is better. Check them out at cfirstcreditunion.com. Big thanks again to all those sponsors, to my on-site producer and director, A.J. Rowe. As far as we know, the final score was Trojans 50, Fort Madison 12. As we wrap things up from Richmond Stadium in Fort Madison until next week when the Trojans host Keokuk, it'll be a big showdown. Going to need that victory to keep any playoff hopes alive, and we'll have it for you, audio and video, for the last two games against Keokuk and Mount Pleasant. I'm saying so long from Fort Madison, where once again Trojans 50, Bloodhounds 12 is a good night for Fairfield High School football from